11 carries and 44 yards last week. And boy, look at that hit that he had. And Caleb Alford, unfortunately, was the recipient of that quarterback hit.
That was 5 versus 5, and a 5 in white got the first down.
So Miles College moving the ball methodically down the field to start things out in their first possession. Cam Ivory dangerous with his arm and his feet. Good open field tackle. The pass was complete to Travonta Abner, who had 3 catches last week. And on the tackle for Alabama State, Trey Phillips.
Phillips coming up with a huge tackle on the wide receiver reception in the flats, not allowing him to follow his blocks and pick up any yard. As a matter of fact, they lost 1 on that play.
Trey Phillips, of course, 5'7", 183 junior from Olive Branch, Mississippi. 2nd down and 11 now. Cam going to the opposite side of the field, incomplete. Pass intended for Frank Pierre. And that will bring up an interesting situation here on 3rd down.
Yes, Santoria Pierre definitely just took his eyes off of the ball. He was trying to look the ball in, but by the time he actually tried to make the grab, it just went off his hands. And now instead of 3rd and short, it'll now be 3rd and long.
Pierre had 3 catches last week, 59 yards and a touchdown. Had a 41-yard touchdown reception. And now for the first time, we see a bunch formation. Complete. Jay Andrews gets out past the 45 down to about the 42-yard line, and it's a first down for Miles College.
And we got Ivory connecting with another one of his high school teammates. That's Jay Andrews. We might as well call him Mr. Miles because his parents went to Miles. His brother graduated from Miles, and now I'm guessing he's trying to get the whole family to go to Miles.
Miles and Miles they go. Cam with the give, and a nice job by the defense for Alabama State making the stop. Gennaro Scott, not much on first down.
Yeah, number 24, that is Jacobs Jr. He blew it up in the backfield. However, Scott was able to get back to the original line of scrimmage, so we'll set up 2nd down and 10.
Dwight Jacobs Jr. from Blythewood, South Carolina, had a tackle for loss last week. 2nd down. And Cam Ivory just taking his time, looking to the sideline. And the give. Scott. Boy, as he stopped. He had to fight just to get a yard on that play. And that brings up 3rd down and long here. And the tackle for Alabama State made by Brody Jean-Louis.
That interior of the Alabama State defense not letting Scott get the rushing start he really, really wanted. Usually he can kind of follow the buffet busters, as you always talk about, for a few more yards before he's even seen. But that was not the case just now.
I tell you, it all starts with the buffet busters, and you see some of those guys up front. Christian Twyman, 6'4", 300-pound junior, the left tackle. Jason Stovall, of course, 3'15", redshirt junior. Here is the give. Looks like Fells. And on the tackle, Dwight Jacobs.
Jacobs coming up with a shoestring tackle on that one, Santoria. If he does not make that, for sure, Fells picks up a first down and probably even more. Instead, now it's going to be 4th down, and it looks like the offense is remaining on the field for Miles College.
Gutsy call here at the 38-yard line. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Miles College trying to make a statement early. 4th and 5. And the pass is interrupted. Great job on defense by Alabama State. Amon Scarborough will be charged with the sack and a turnover on downs. Alabama State will get the ball back. Great defensive stand by the Hornets as the crowd likes that one. Alabama State up a touchdown here in the first quarter.
Get your grills out this summer with Pepsi, the official beverage of Grills Night Out.
Get your grills out this summer with Pepsi, the official beverage of Grills Night Out.
We are exactly what you think. We are not at all what you think. We are past, present, and future, all in one. Because the best way to honor our history is to make history. General Motors, honored to sponsor the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
Who are you? I'm you, but with the spicy kick. Spicy kick? When you try Jack Link's Doritos Spicy Sweet Chili Flavored Beef Jerky, you unleash the you with more flavor. So I have a panther? And a neck tattoo. Is it temporary? What do you think? Does the panther know any tricks?
Nope.
Meet your flavor.
The SWAC, the premier athletic conference in the nation. A collection of schools rich in tradition, pride, and pedigree. Sacrifice, winning, allegiance, champions. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
Alabama State with a touchdown lead over Miles College here at ASU Stadium. 7-0 our score. The SWAC preseason poll brought to you by GM.
Of course, Alabama State was selected as the preseason favorite in the East, followed by Florida A&M, the defending champion, followed, and then Jackson State. But with Andrew Body going down, a lot of people are saying this poll is just what it is.
And on the western side, Alcorn State University picked to finish 1, Prairie View 2, and Grambling State 3. New head coach over there, Mickey Joseph, native of New Orleans. And so see what happens over there. Big games coming up. Here is the give. Boy, big runs for Alabama State.
Alabama State just doing a really, really good job, with the balanced attack. And when you can pick up those first downs on first down, it makes it even look better with a young quarterback.
And a first down for Alabama State out to midfield.
Santori, you mentioned about the new coaches, not just with Mickey Joseph. There are 5 new coaches in the entire Southwestern Athletic Conference.
There sure are, and a lot of guys getting their first action over the last 2 weeks, and conference play will start in a couple of weeks for some teams. Here is the give. And that is going to be A.J. Gates. I should say A.J. Gates Jr. 4 attempts, 8 yards last week. And the tackle, Jeremiah Hudson Davis.
Gates picking up about 9 yards on the play. Alabama State switching things up. They were going straight up the gut on the first 2 runs and decided to hit the outside on the last play.
Alabama State mixing it up. Coach Robinson Jr. said he expects Miles to be aggressive on defense, and that's exactly what they've been doing. Ball is on the turf. Having to pick it up is the quarterback, and he's going to be taken down at the 50-yard line.
There was certainly a miscommunication in the backfield on that one. As we take a look here, yeah, literally, if you look at it, the snap went in between the quarterback and the running back, and it was almost like, man, you get it. No, you get it. Thankfully, the person that got it was Alabama State's running back, and that was Takaris Bozeman.
And that will bring up 3rd down and long now. Here's Hayes with the pass, incomplete. The intended receiver, Jalen Jones, the freshman from Birmingham.
Once again, a scenario where Jones just took his eye off the ball. He didn't really hear footsteps coming or anything because he would have had enough space to get a first down. Instead, Alabama State had a decent-looking drive, but they're now forced to punt.
Punting situation now for Alabama State. They can get a good kick here. They can pin Miles back pretty well.
Of course, Coach Eddie Robinson Jr., we know him for being a great defensive guy, but he told us this week he loves special teams probably just as much as anything because of the type of plays they can set up.
Harrison Tuck with the punt. It comes down to Miles College inside the 10-yard line. Tuck averaging 38 yards a kick last week. And now we're going to take a break here as Miles College will get the ball back. Down 7 here in Montgomery.
What if you could face every day with confidence? Raid puts 65 years of insect science in your hands, so you can protect the ones you love. Raid. Protection for everyone. SC John.
The tide goes in and out, just like a rider, there is no doubt. Inside the fluffy but crisp outside, perfect potatoes every time. Deliciously predictable. That's so Rida.
For a limited time, Subway just dropped the price of every footlong in the app to $6.99. Wait, Subway did what? $6.99? That can't be right. Yep, says right here, $6.99 for any footlong. So that means $6.99 will get me a hot and toasty Outlaw, or a Subway Club, or a hot shot Italiano, or
literally any sub in the menu.
My bad. Don't miss out on this deal. Get any footlong for just $6.99 in the Subway app. Order now before it's too late.
T-Mobile savings, take one.
Guys, focus. Let's not do fake falls. Just say, at T-Mobile, you get tons of benefits, and you can still save versus the other guys.
Happy to be here.
No fake stares, please.
Hi, I'm Patrick J. Adams.
Is that a shimmy? Just say, at T-Mobile, you can save on every plan, and you get great benefits with Magenta Status.
Keep doing whatever that is. I'll do the line.
Check out the T-Mobile Savings Calculator to see how much you can save. And right now, we'll even pay off your phone when you switch.
This Kia Turbo Hybrid is built for all the things you've yet to do. Like taking a long drive. Just to throw a monster tailgate party at an away game.
Risky.
Partner of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. And by GM, proud sponsor of the SWAC. Hornets now on defense have pinned Miles College back inside their own 10-yard line.
So let's see what Miles College can do. Looks like they're going to go with the rushing attack with Scott early on. And look at the big play he's able to make, Santoria.
Yeah, Scott getting out to about the 10-yard line, and nothing coming easy for Miles College. They're having to grind every single yard out.
Yes, sir. And, of course, I figured that this was going to be maybe not a 3 yards and cloud of dust type game because you have two defensive-minded coaches. However, nothing was going to come either for either one of these squads. They're seeking their first victory of the year.
Dwight Jacobs with the tackle for Alabama State. And what a job in the backfield for the Hornets. Great defense. And Rico Dozier, who we spoke about early in the ballgame, had 6 tackles last week, gets the tackle here.
Absolutely. Dozier, the Arkansas Pine Bluff transfer, getting his hands on Scott. Scott tried to scoot away. He was actually able to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but now we've got third down coming up for the Golden Bears.
And if you are Miles College, you got to get some positive yards here. You do not want to have your punter deep back by his own goal line. And it's going to be a flag on the play. It's going to be a false start, it looks like, against Miles College. Feedback there from the referee's mic, but it is a delay of game against Miles College, and now they back by the 10-yard line now, and so it's even more difficult here.
And if you're Miles, if you're Miles, that's a play that you definitely wish you could have back. Jaquel Fells had a step on the free safety to where that could have not only turned into a first down, but possibly a touchdown. Instead, it's now 3rd and long.
They had 8 penalties for 64 yards last week, and that pass is incomplete. Great job on the pass breakup by Caleb Offer.
Caleb Offer coming through, swatting it away, and giving Alabama State an opportunity to have good field position following this punt. Ball was thrown a little behind the wide receiver on that play.
Now a punting situation for Miles College, and I'm telling you, this is where Alabama State's special teams so dangerous.
Yeah, if you're Miles, you want your punter to literally probably get one of the better punts he's had throughout his career in this one. And looks like we got another penalty, Santori.
Don't need that. Roderick Smith back to kick here.
Offsides on Alabama State now.
Gives Miles a little bit of breathing room. Smith will have to kick from the 1-yard line now instead of in his own end zone.
Definitely think it's too early to see Sam Shea, show his gambling cards and go for this.
Well, last year, Miles College was exceptional on 3rd down, 7 for 15, and they controlled the time of possession. And this one is going to get a little bit of yardage for Roderick Smith, not much, and as it will land inside of Miles College territory at the 48-yard line. Alabama State will get great field position to start this drive out.
Ball went off the side of the foot somewhat. However, that great bounce at least was able to get it near midfield. But you're right, Alabama State will start on the Miles College side of the field. Let's see what the Hornets can do. And also, let's see if they can get some more points added to it.
Well, Alabama State will stay in the state of Alabama quite a bit this year.
Absolutely.
We'll talk about their schedule and, of course, who they'll be playing here. Back on offense for Alabama State. Hayes with the give. Gets it to the running back. Tackle by William Hardy. Let's take a look at this schedule, and you see Miles College today at Samford. Then you got Florida A&M at home, Valley at home, Alabama A&M in the Magic City Classic, then against Alcorn, Jackson, 9 games in the state of Alabama.
Absolutely. That Alcorn game will be played down in the city of Mobile, a place that there's a lot of ASU alumni, and they're very glad to see the Hornets back down there on the Gulf Coast. But, yeah, not a lot of travel miles this year for Coach Eddie Robinson and company, which also means once your game's over, you can get back to the locker room and get back and review your film quick, fast, and in a hurry.
There you see Coach Robinson Jr. was really lighting in to Kinsey. And here is the give. Big play for Alabama State on offense. And that's A.J. Gates Jr. on the carry. Jeremiah Hudson Davis with the tackle.
Here's the reason why this play worked right here. Gates is going to make the first man miss right there and then follows his block, goes off tackle, and then boom, he's to the sideline and picks up enough yardage for a first down.
Gates only 8 yards last week for Alabama State. And he's made a difference already, gained 14 yards on that play.
Seems to be some confusion with Alabama State lining up with the strip set to the top.
Give once again, bouncing back to the outside. And once again, A.J. Gates with a big run.
Santoria Gates just loved that left side of the field. Once again, making the first man miss and then just bouncing it out. A little stiff arm right there, like, get off me as I go out of bounds, but picks up enough to set up second and short.
Actually, that was Holtzclaw on the carry.
Well, had us all fooled because even the PA announcer said Gates. So Holtzclaw following the footsteps of Gates on that previous play. 9-yard gain on the play, too.
Here's the give. Well, they are really testing the outside. And that's Holtzclaw once again. And Pritchett once again on the tackle. And you notice they are running to the left side. Miles College having problems stopping Alabama State. The running back's doing a great job of bouncing to the outside. And we are just about at the end of the first quarter from here at ASU Stadium in Montgomery, Alabama. 7-0 our score. The Hornets on top.
Rise, golden perfection like a ride of fries. Crispy and fluffy, it's no surprise. Perfect potatoes every time.
Deliciously predictable. That's Ore-Ida.
When my life gets crazy, my good food choices are the first to go.
Fast is perfect for when I don't have time to cook.
I gotta get this in the fridge because it's fresh and made by chefs.
Put this in a microwave for 2 minutes.
They've got steak, they've got salmon.
They have keto, protein plus, and calorie smart.
I can't believe this is this delicious and it's helping me lose weight.
This is a meal I picked up on the app and they come delivered right to your door. I can't believe we didn't do this sooner.
What if you could face every day with confidence? RAID puts 65 years of insect science in your hands, so you can protect the ones you love. RAID. Protection for everyone. SC.
T-Mobile savings, take one.
Guys, focus. Let's not do fake falls. Just say, at T-Mobile, you get tons of benefits, and you can still save versus the other guys.
Happy to be here.
No fake stares, please.
Hi, I'm Patrick J. Adams.
Is that a shimmy? Just say, at T-Mobile, you can save on every plan, and you get great benefits with Magenta Status.
Keep doing whatever that is. I'll do the line.
Check out the T-Mobile Savings Calculator to see how much you can save. And right now, we'll even pay off your phone when you switch.
For a limited time, Subway just dropped the price of every footlong in the app to $6.99. Wait, Subway did what? $6.99? That can't be right. Yep, says right here, $6.99 for any footlong. So that means $6.99 will get me a hot and toasty outlaw, or a Subway Club, or a hot shot Italiano, or a...
Literally, any sub on the menu.
My bad. Don't miss out on this deal. Get any footlong for just $6.99 in the Subway app. Order now, before it's too late.
This turbo hybrid makes your whole team feel at home.
Brisket, anyone?
Even when you're away. The new Kia Carnival Turbo Hybrid with 33 mpg. Kia, movement that inspires.
You see that? That's like the gap in my health insurance.
Gap in your health insurance?
It didn't cover everything when I got hurt. Good thing I had Aflac. The cash I got from Aflac helped pay for medical expenses, groceries, rent. Really helped close that gap.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover. Find an agent, get a quote at Aflac.com.
Wish we had Aflac on our team. You can.
Well, Alabama State, they've been able to get transfers from all over the country. From the South, of course, Bethune-Cookman, Terry Sims, Director of Football Operations, bringing a lot of players over when he came. Then, of course, on the East Coast, they've been able to get players there. Southern Illinois, just really canvassing the entire country. Montana, and look, all of those places, they've now got transfers to. Texas Southern, of course, Andrew Foddy, Pine Bluff. It's just really been a transfer type of year for Coach Eddie Robinson Jr. But one of the things he also spoke about is how he does love to develop the high school player, and that's something he really holds to his heart, and has done a great job with it.
Yeah, when it comes to the transfer portal, he just needs to fill pieces, he said. But he definitely loves developing high school players because he was one of those high school guys that got developed, and, look where he ended up being at.
And Daquan Kinsey getting inside the 10-yard line. You know, we were talking about all these players that come in and as transfers. And, you know, when we spoke with Coach Robinson Jr. this week, he said you have to love them before you can coach them. And so he really tells the kids, he said, hey, we want you to feel at home. We want you to know that this is your home, but we want to make sure that you feel that love. And then he says you can coach them the way they need to be coached.
Now, Kinsey, he's another one of those transfers. He's from the state of Alabama, played at Clark Atlanta for a couple of years, but then they had a coaching change. So, once again, come home to Alabama. And that's what Coach Eddie Robinson told his guy to do. And they keep continuing to attack that left side of the defense.
Creech in motion. Here is the give to Holtzclaw inside the 5-yard line. Well, they'll call Holtzclaw. Looks like he will be out at about the 6-yard line. And it'll be 3rd down.
Big 3rd down coming up for Miles College. Definitely in your bend but not break situation for Coach Sam Shade and his defensive coordinator, Coach Schelling, who was his teammate for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Robert Williams on the stop. He had 7 tackles last week against West Alabama, the 5'11", 200-pound sophomore from Union Springs, Alabama. Here is the give to Holtzclaw, trying to get inside the 5-yard line, and he will be tackled back of the line of scrimmage. The head linesman standing at the 6-yard line. And now we've got a field goal opportunity coming up. Tackle made by Malachi Oglin.
Oglin was the guy that missed time that jump on that first touchdown. But coming up big here in the red zone. And now Alabama State will be forced to attempt a field goal.
Baylor Cannon on to kick for Alabama State. He was 1 for 1 last week. A 41-yard field goal. Also perfect for point after tries. He'll try this one. 27-yard, make that 22 yards out. The hold is down, the kick is up, and it is good. Alabama State stretching their lead out now here in the second quarter over Miles College, as he is now 2 for 2 on the year in field goal kicks.
Fun, memories, friendship. We're here for all of it. Here for the big moments and the small ones too. We're here for unforgettable triumph, momentary misfortune, and the impromptu throwdown. We're out here each day, chasing something great. Call it adventure, call it play, we call it fun. Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
We are exactly what you think. We are not at all what you think. We are past, present, and future, all in one. Because the best way to honor our history is to make history. General Motors, honored to sponsor the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
Alabama State University, the place where history is made. With over 60 accredited degree programs and 18 intercollegiate athletic programs, we've focused on student success for more than 150 years. Our rich legacy is built by the history makers of today, shaping the leaders of tomorrow. Alabama State University, where your future begins and history continues to be made.
Well, you can see that Miles College getting new turf on their campus. Man, it's really going to improve what they can do on their campus. You've got a full field and a half field.
Absolutely. The new turf was definitely needed for the Golden Bears. And, of course, that was part of an initiative that came from the Arthur Blank Foundation. Of course, Arthur Blank, the owner of the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta just, right down the road from both Montgomery and from Birmingham. A couple other schools use that money, too, like Clark Atlanta and Albany State. But, they decided to go to Color Rush. So I'm kind of glad Miles didn't go with all purple.
I'm not a fan of the Color Rush. I mean, and I understand, look, the original school was Boise.
Correct.
When you saw the blue turf and what have you. But then you got several schools. Central Arkansas, I believe, is another one, just decide to go with these color fields.
Absolutely. And the one with Central Arkansas is very unique because it's purple every 5 and then gray every 5. The first time I saw it, Santori, I thought something was wrong with my television. I really, really did.
It was purple. I just don't understand it. 9 plays, 43 yards, 5:16 off the clock for Alabama State. And now they are up 10-0 as they will kick this one off. And it'll be a fair catch here for Miles College, and they'll take over first down and 10.
So if you're Miles College now, we know for sure that Ivory and company have to get something going now, down by 2 scores. And, I mean, they looked good on that first drive, but really ever since that first drive, the Alabama State defense has really, really kind of just kept them within their lanes. Especially when you look at total yards, too, 123 to only 48 for Miles College.
And, you know, last year, we talked about this, Miles College was 3 for 3 inside the red zone last year, and a little bit different story this year for the Golden Bears in this first half. First down and 10. Here's the give. Not much on first down, maybe a gain of 2 on the play.
That was Scott once again just trying to get something going from a positive standpoint. Definitely picked up maybe about a yard to bring up second down for the Golden Bears.
Rico Dozier on the tackle for Alabama State.
Interesting note about both of these teams, they had some of the highest number when it came to preseason all-conference accolades for their respective conferences.
Here's Cam Ivory back. Toss incomplete.
Looks like that was Rudy Jean-Louis.
Yep. Pass breakup.
Louis really, really stretched out for that one to break it up.
Alabama State switching personnel here. You got some big old kids up front for Miles College. We talked about that. At guards, you got Connor Howard, 6'3", 315. Stovall at the left guard, 6'1", 315.
You think they go to the calf and eat together, Santori?
Oh, at least a couple of biscuits a day. Here is Ivory. Scrambling, flag on the play. Looking, incomplete. Pass intended for Gennaro Scott. Will check the penalty marker. We're talking about these guys as far as these big guards, and Jason Stovall got some really great talents.
Absolutely. Jake Stovall is a player who can play the piano. He can play.
Number 74.
Well, he's the teacher.
That penalty declined. He goes to the play. 4th down.
And we got the 4th down now coming up for Miles College.
You are correct. I was jumping ahead of myself on that one. Stovall is student teaching and then going to practice.
Yes. Said he wants to be a teacher and a coach when he graduates. And I think that's really interesting, you know, that he's already in the classroom teaching. And I think you get a different perspective of what student athletes go through when you're teaching them, as opposed to just being one in the classroom.
You think about what his workload management has to be on a daily basis, and you also have to look at it and be like, look, if this guy can do it, then anybody can really, really do it, especially if you just put the hard work and dedication into it.
Here is the punt. Roderick Smith getting it inside the 35-yard line, and Alabama State will take over. Up 10-0 over Miles here at ASU Stadium.
Up I rise, golden perfection like a ride of fries. Crispy and fluffy, it's no surprise. Perfect potatoes every time.
Deliciously predictable. That's Ore-Ida.
Did you know that if you shave, 1/3 of what you remove is skin? New Dove helps repair it. So if you shave it, Dove it. New Dove. Replenish your skin after every shave.
T-Mobile savings, take one.
Guys, focus. Let's not do fake falls. Just say, at T-Mobile, you get tons of benefits, and you can still save versus the other guys.
Happy to be here.
No fake stares, please.
Hi, I'm Patrick J. Adams.
Is that a shimmy? Just say, at T-Mobile, you can save on every plan, and you get great benefits with Magenta Status.
Keep doing whatever that is. I'll do the line.
Check out the T-Mobile Savings Calculator to see how much you can save. And right now, we'll even pay off your phone when you switch.
What if you could face every day with confidence? RAID puts 65 years of insect science in your hands, so you can protect the ones you love. Raid. Protection for everyone. SC.
This Kia Turbo Hybrid is built for all the things you've yet to do. Like taking a long drive. Just to throw a monster tailgate party at an away game.
Brisket, anyone?
Do what's yet to be done. The new Kia Carnival Turbo Hybrid. Kia. Movement that inspires.
You see that? That's like the gap in my health insurance.
Gap in your health insurance?
It didn't cover everything when I got hurt. Good thing I had Aflac. The cash I got from Aflac helped pay for medical expenses, groceries, rent. Really helped.
Today's SWAC news and notes are brought to you by GM.
Florida A&M were the 2023 SWAC football champions, the first since they've joined the new conference. Of course, they went on to win the Celebration Bowl. Of course, Dr. Charles McClellan, the leader of the Southwestern Athletic Conference, commissioner, getting an 8-year extension from the presidents and ADs who vote on that. New technology is now seen on the sideline as they've got iPads to kind of really go over the plays that have happened throughout the previous situation, like we see right here. I asked Dr. McClellan about this at SWAC Media Day. He said, hey, the NFL is doing it. College said we're going to do it, so I made sure that my conference was going to get it as well.
And 30-plus games on the ESPN networks. State-of-the-art sideline tablets. Teams will have the option to view in-game videos, sidelines, locker rooms, coaches booth, broadcast feed, and camera angles from the sideline and the end zone. So that was announced at the spring meeting this year. And so, look, great advances here for this conference. And, Dr. Charles McClellan doing a great job of really keeping the conference on right there with technology.
Of course, and we saw him at the NCAA basketball tournament as well.
Incomplete. No flag on the play is defended by Cedric Bird.
Cedric Bird just basically getting on top of the receiver and denying that access for him to even make a catch on that one. But yeah, sorry, as I mentioned with Dr. Charles McClellan, of course, trying to enhance the conference each and every day. And of course, he was the chairman of the NCAA men's basketball committee. When I asked him about how he felt with the trophy presentation when he was given to UConn, all he wanted to do was make sure he did not drop that trophy because he didn't want to make the SWAC look bad.
Here is the give. Great job defensively by Miles College. 3 white shirts surrounding the running back, led by Giovanni Williams.
The Golden Bears snuffing out that play to bring a 3rd and long now for Alabama State. We have not seen Alabama State in a 3rd and long behind the stick situation really all day so far.
For Alabama State last year, they lost the time of possession. Miles College had the ball 34 minutes and 11 seconds to 25-32. Miles had it 10 minutes and 36 seconds in the 4th quarter. And Alabama State trying to extend the drive and nothing doing on 3rd down. Great defense and shadowing the quarterback. And the tackle made by Rock Dowdell.
Rock Dowdell, one of the guys that Coach Sam Shea talked about, that he said he's a leader and he's one of the go-to guys on this defense. But also for the Miles College defense, this was the type of drive they needed, a short drive against Alabama State to get them back the ball and potentially allow them to get some points coming up on the next offensive possession.
Alabama State 1 of 4 now on 3rd down, and they'll have to punt the football once again. Harrison Tuck will punt. And he gets this one away. Nice high kick. Will come down to Miles at the 30-yard line. And on the carry for Miles, Jaquel Fells.
Jaquel Fells coming up with not only the great running grab, but also he had to catch that ball at where the sun is literally hitting the field for the first part of of the far side of the sidelines in that one. So, great catch there. He had some space, but then he decided to just go ahead and just get out of bounds and set his offense up.
39-yard field goal, a 39-yard punt by Harrison Tuck. And you can see fans still coming in. Got both bands in the house. Always good to see the opposing band come out, really making the atmosphere of the HBCU culture and everything that goes with it just even more exciting.
Absolutely. That's the purple marching machine of Miles on the other sideline.
First down for Miles College. Pass complete to Frank Pierre. Frank Pierre getting the catch. And Burgess with the tackle for Alabama State. Senior from Center Point, Alabama.
Pierre making the catch across the middle, lowering his shoulder to pick up about another yard or two. And Miles College at midfield, exactly. 50 yards to go.
Pierre with a touchdown last week for Miles College against West Alabama. Here is Cam Ivory unloading this one, incomplete. No flags on the play. The pass was intended for Pierre once again.
As you take a look here, Ivory throws this ball on a rope and just out of the reach of really the defender and his wide receiver on that one. So to bring up third down and 6. Lots of personnel staff changes on the field coming up for both teams.
Mon Scarborough with the defense there. And that pass is incomplete. Intended for Jamari Riley, the 5'8 freshman from Columbus, Georgia.
Ball going right off the fingertips of Riley. So here comes fourth down for the Golden Bears, and they're going to be forced to punt Santoria. As Coach Sam Shea does not look too happy about the performance of that last offensive outing.
And this is one of the things that, you put your defense out 3 and out, or a very quick offensive series. And one of the linemen, Jason Stovall, coming out of the ball game a little bit too late, and Miles College has to call a timeout. So now Coach Sam Shade having to call his timeout. Well, he talked a lot. He talked very affectionately about his coaches, his assistant coaches. Great relationship with these guys. And one of the things that we were really impressed about is just the level of professionalism and also the professional experience that these guys had.
Well, a lot of his guys on the staff have known each other for a number of years. As we mentioned earlier, he played in the NFL. Chris Schelling played in the NFL. Also, Antonio Langham played in the NFL, and also he was Shea's teammate at the University of Alabama. And then Ronald McKinnon also played in the NFL. So, these guys have known each other for a number of years. That's why they have a lot of respect for Coach Eddie Robinson Jr., because they all knew each other playing in the National Football League, and then they moved over to coaching.
And I think what he said was really, really true, is that we have to be what we want the players to be, professional on the field and off the field, and we have to exhibit that as well. Fourth down once again now for Miles College. Roderick Smith getting this one away. And it'll bounce and make a little bit of a roll, and will roll dead at about the 26-yard line. And it'll be first down and 10 for Alabama State. 24-yard punt. We'll be right back.
For 15 years, the Home Depot Retool Your School program has been championing HBCUs. We've been right there with campus grants, scholarships, and career opportunities. Winning schools have seen their visions for upgrading their campuses and communities come to life through sustainability projects, as well as new places to connect, like innovation lounges and outdoor pavilions. As we celebrate 15 years of partnering with HBCUs, we're excited to keep the momentum going. Retool your school. We're powered by purpose.
Who are you? I'm you, but with the spicy kick. Spicy kick? When you try Jack Link's Doritos Spicy Sweet Chili Flavored Beef Jerky, you unleash the you with more flavor. So I have a panther? And a neck tattoo. Is it temporary? What do you think? Does the panther know any tricks?
Nope.
Meet your flavor.
Huge play coming up.
Talking about dropping the ball.
I got the score.
Tostitos Hardy Dippers.
We are exactly what you think. We are not at all what you think. We are Past, present, and future, all in one. Because the best way to honor our history is to make history. General Motors, honored to sponsor the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
Get your grills out this summer with Pepsi, the official beverage of Grills Night Out.
Alabama State on top 10-0 here in the second quarter. And you see the Miles College band warming up. They'll be on the field performing for their fans coming up at halftime. And you look at this season recap from last year for Alabama State, went 7-4, 5-3 in the SWAC. Really got hot at the end of the year, Mo.
Absolutely, and I think the end of the year really started with the game right up the road in Birmingham, picking up a huge victory over Connell Manor and the Alabama A&M Bulldogs, and that really kind of helped them solidify a winning season here on the campus in the civil rights capital of the world.
And you see that defense held opponents to just 14.5 points a game. You talk about a balanced attack. Alabama State, 60 yards passing, 62 rushing. As here is the give, and that's going to be McMinn, it looks like, to the 30-yard line. They say it was a fumble on the play. No fumble. And then as far as Miles, 25 yards passing, 29 yards rushing. The Hornet defense, stingy, 54 yards for Miles College.
What's interesting about that tat total for Miles is that majority of those yards came on the first drive.
Jalen Chambers with the tackle on that last play. Here is the give. Big hits down there. And Holtzclaw with the run for Alabama State.
Once again, Alabama State attacking that left side of the defense for Miles College. I don't know, maybe they just want to run into the sun or what, but they're finding success on the left side.
Matthew Yafando with the tackle for Miles College. Here's the give once again.
Santoria, honestly, when you really take a look at it, right now, Alabama State is winning the battle in the trenches. They are blowing Miles College off the ball, and these Miles College running backs aren't getting touched for 2 to 3 yards down the field.
LaShawn Young with the tackle and got a timeout on the field. It'll be second down when we return from the timeout. You know, look, I tell you what's really impressive, you were talking about just how those buffet busters are just opening up everything on the line, and you can see where the running backs just getting inside those holes and really just turning on the jets. And here's something that I know that Coach Robinson Jr. talked about with the running backs, run north and south. Here is the carry.
And he is stuffed right there.
DeQuan Kinsey. And on the tackle, once again, Yafando.
Yafando coming up to create a 3rd and short situation for Miles. Miles trying to get the ball back for the offense to do something because time is really not on their side as we get ready and get closer to halftime.
Yafando, a 6'2 freshman from Fultondale, Alabama. And we got flags on the play.
Another Birmingham area kid.
Talk about a city rich
number 78
with football, state rich with football.
Yes, sir. And it's not just in the city of Birmingham. You can also just talk about like the outskirts of Birmingham. You think about like the areas like Hoover and Spain Park. Now Calera. Thompson High School is over there.
Thompson High School, pretty decent football team.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. In the 7A ranks, they have run things over the last few years. It was Hoover for a very long time, but now Thompson has got their footing right down there in Alabaster.
3rd down and about 8 yards to go here for Alabama State. And it is picked off by Miles College. They will get the ball inside the 30-yard line. Jalen Chambers with his first interception of the year, and Miles College is in business.
Jalen Chambers literally going off of the typical DB drill, the tip drill. Literally, watch, you'll see it go right here off the Alabama State wide receiver's hands and into the hands of Chambers. Like, hey, look what I found. And then he's following some blocks, and he picks up a very good gain to get Miles College in a great field position coming up.
Just looked like on that play that the pass may have been just a little bit behind the receiver. He had to reach back to try to catch the football, went off of his hands.
Yes, sir.
And so now Miles College is in business. First down and 10, the 25-yard line. The give to Gennaro Scott. Maybe 2 yards on the play to the 23.
One thing about this Miles College offense is that they will continue to keep things balanced for sure. So Scott picking up a few yards behind his version of the Buffet Busters. Now we got second down and long coming up.
Tyler Swan on the tackle for Alabama State. And now second down for the Golden Bears, trying to get in the red zone. Here's a throw. Pass is incomplete, in and out of the hands of the wide receiver, Jaquel Fells. And that was a touchdown.
Absolutely, but here's the thing. Cam had to throw this ball quickly because look at the outside defender. Oh, he was pancaked right there. Both defensive ends said, look, I'll go this way, you go that way, and we'll meet at the quarterback, and that's exactly what happened right there on that play to force the quick throw.
Dwight Jacobs and Stephon Young-Roll teaming up on that one. Roll had 4 tackles last week. 1 for a loss. And nothing doing on that play. Dwight Jacobs once again making a big difference there, causing problems with Miles College.
Yes, Dwight Jacobs and the Alabama State defenders just snuffing out the quick screen to the inside receiver on that one. Nothing doing, and now Miles, who had a great opportunity with good field position, can potentially get some points with a field goal attempt coming up.
Field goal coming up here for Miles College. It's going to be Roderick Smith. Smith 1 for 1 last week. He had a 22-yard field goal. This one from 45 yards out, and it is good. 45 yards out for Roderick Smith. And Miles College gets on the board. What a kick.
Yes, excellent kick. Great blocking up front by the offensive lineman on the special teams unit. And he put it up, in, and through. And now we got a ball game, Santorio.
I'll tell you what, that is what textbook field goal kicking is like. When you see that, it gets the entire team excited because now, you have to play off that momentum if you're Miles College. You've been kind of down. You really haven't been able to get the offense going the way you wanted to. Something like that can really turn things around. Started with an interception.
Yes, sir. The interception definitely led to the momentum swing for these Miles College Golden Bears, and it ends with the field goal attempt that was up and good by Roderick Smith, a Montgomery, Alabama native, formerly of Sidney Lanier, right down the road. When I'm talking about right down the road, you can run from this campus and get to Lanier in less than 5 minutes easily. So he's got to be happy to be back right here in the capital city of Alabama.
4 plays. Negative 2 yards, 1:37 seconds off the clock, and they get a 45-yard field goal. Negative 2 yards.
Negative 2 yards, yep. But I will tell you this, Cam Ivory will go back and look at that tape and be like, man, if I had 1 extra second to literally deliver that ball on the corner route, it could have been definitely a touchdown. But, right as we get momentum for Miles College, they kick it out of bounds.
Yeah, and that's something that is a huge no-no because now you give Alabama State pretty good field position, and their running game has been stout.
It has been quite stout. It's not just one person. It has been a trio of backs for Alabama State, following their buffet busters up front, following the guys in the trenches. And you think about it, Alabama State now, they have not only the opportunity to add some more time, add some more points. They can literally run a lot of time off this clock before they head into the halftime break.
Alabama State 79 yards rushing so far in this contest. Somebody texted me and said, Why do we mention buffet busters? Everything that you have to talk about when it comes to the guys up front, food, pancake block, all those are food items. Here is the run for Alabama State. Nice job picking up and putting it down. That is going to be a huge play for Kinsey, who's going to take it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Alabama State. There is a flag on the play, but Kinsey with a touchdown for the Hornets.
Santori, we were just talking about the rushing attack for Alabama State. Kinsey hit that hole, and he would not be denied. He broke about 4 tackles all the way down the field, including one right outside of the goal line. But we got to check this penalty marker about 15 yards away from the goal line before we can say anything else.
It's going to be on Miles College, it looks like, and they will assess it on the kick.
Doing the run, personal foul, face mask, defense. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
So a face mask on Miles College. It'll be assessed on the kickoff. And now Alabama State, one play, 65 yards, 13 seconds. And you said they have a chance to put more points on the board. Well, how about that?
Yeah, they did it in a short amount of time, too. I thought for sure they were going to take a little time off the clock. But, hey, what do I know? Eddie Robinson said, let's go with it. And boom, all of a sudden, they've now taken the momentum back. And they now lead 17-3.
65-yard run by Kinsey, and it all started up front with some tremendous blocking.
Absolutely. Look at him bounce outside, swipes by a defender, swipes by another defender, and after that, it's off to the races. Breaks another tackle, breaks this tackle right here from the defender, and he will not be denied as he goes into the end zone. You can tell for sure he's not only got the speed, he has been working in the weight room because he's got the agility, the shifty moves, the speed, and then he carries defenders into the end zone on that one. Amazing play right there by the Alabama State running back, Mr. Daquan Kinsey.
Time of possession, Alabama State 13-27, Miles College 12-11. Far cry from last year when Miles College really dominated that particular stat line.
Correct. Now, last year, too, Miles College did dominate that stat line because they were able to take time of possession a lot during this portion of the first half and a lot in the second half. Alabama State has now flipped the script as far as what happened last year. And as we talked about in the intro, they definitely understand the assignment but have revenge on your mind, too.
Yeah, they've been talking about this game for quite a while. As a matter of fact, last year, 14-7 going into the halftime locker room. And Miles College, they had 307 yards, total offense, 143 on the ground. Big difference from last year.
Yes, sir. And, of course, a lot of these kids know each other. A lot of the alumni know each other as well. Only 85 miles separates Montgomery, Alabama, and Fairfield, Alabama.
This one goes through the end zone, and Miles College will get the ball first down and 10. Both bands coming onto the field at halftime to entertain the crowd, and I know it's going to be a big show. First time that the crowd has had a chance to see their Alabama State University Hornets this season. And of course, Miles College, they saw him here last year and want to put on a show, make sure that they know that they are in the house.
Look, when we talk about the alumni, we talk about the football players that know each other. These band members know each other, too. I guarantee you they are members of the Purple Marching Machine from Miles and from the ASU Mighty Marching Hornets that have probably been competing against each other for a number of years. I think a lot of people don't know that. How you have like AAU for for baseball and for basketball, you have similar situations with dance and marching band as well.
First down and 10 now for Miles College. Ivory back to pass, and it is incomplete.
Ivory got lucky on that one. He got very lucky on that one because if Alabama State is able to pick that ball off, there's space and opportunity in front of him for another score.
Rody Jean-Louis once again around the football. And it's now second down and 10.
If you're Miles College, this has to be the drive that you have to come away with some more points as you get ready to go into the locker room. It's an easier situation to be down, not by 14, but by maybe either 11 or 7.
And Cam Ivory looking for some room, and he goes down at the 25-yard line. And, I mean, he was swarmed by the Hornets.
Yes, he was. Elijah Elmore, young man from Wetumpka, Alabama, right up the road here in the Montgomery area, coming through. And yes, he definitely personifies Buffet Busters.
Woo. Well, you got all that man and all that beef coming at you. You got real problems if he gets a hold of you. 6'1", 311 pounds. Throw incomplete from Cam Ivory, trying to get Jay Andrews. That is going to be Amon Scarborough.
Cam Ivory and Jay Andrews known each other for quite some time. They've got great chemistry, but today I think they've only made one connection between each other, which probably is more of a kudos to this Alabama State defense for understanding the assignments and knowing that he is the top receiver and they need to find a way to stop him from getting the ball in all phases.
Well, Jay Andrews had a big game last year against Alabama State, and he's been held here in this game. Great punt. And running it out.
He's got some space.
Got some space. 40. McMinn, 20, 10, touchdown Hornets.
Robert McMinn, Hollywood, Florida. A lot of great football players that come from that part of the Sunshine State. And Coach Robinson told us anytime they can get the ball in McMinn's hands, he has an opportunity to do what we just saw right here on the football field.
Flag on the field at the 19-yard line.
Right there. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Return team, number 21. 15-yard penalty enforced from the spot of the foul.
Trey Phillips is going to be called for unsportsmanlike conduct.
That is 21's first unsportsmanlike conduct of the game.
And the coach is not happy, and you can see one of the coaches putting his hand around Phillips. Just kind of talking to him.
Yeah, talking to him and letting him understand, like, hey, you know, you may have thought you didn't do anything wrong, but the referee saw it differently in that situation. You know, you got to calm down, you guys.
Trey Phillips, the transfer from Mississippi State. Costing 6 here for Alabama State. A 52-yard punt, a heck of a punt. And 6 coming off the board now for the Hornets. As Boyd McMinn, he is Hollywood for real.
Yes.
Correction. That is not 21's first unsportsmanlike conduct of the game.
Okay.
So the transfer from Mississippi State going to the sideline, and there were a few words of encouragement not to do that anymore.
Not to do that anymore, and also just understand what just happened.
From the 34-yard line, here is the give to Holtzclaw. Should say it's going to be a keeper there. It's going to be a pass complete to Jalen Jones.
Hold on.
And Williams on the stop for Miles College.
Well, we got a flag at the top of the field.
Ineligible player downfield. Offense.
Legal player downfield, and those penalties are killing Alabama State. Took 6 off the board on the punt return. Now takes a big play off the board, and they back up.
And as many big plays as Eddie Robinson's team has made, those are some of the things he's going to talk about as soon as they walk into that nice locker room that they have.
6 penalties, 50 yards last week against North Carolina Central.
So first and long situation.
First and 15 at the 39 now. Remember, this was originally a touchdown off of a punt. Throw is complete to the 37-yard line of Miles College.
That was A.J. Burrell.
Alabama State already 5 penalties, 35 yards.
And, of course, the biggest penalty coming on the punt return.
Ooh, that conversation in the locker room is going to be.
Oh, it's going to be intense.
It's going to be intense. That's a good word.
It will be intense. We understand that Coach Robinson is a player's coach.
I'm out.
But he also knows how to get on his players.
So a timeout now on the field. 17-3, Alabama State.
A Chewy pharmacy order is en route for Summit, who loves the outdoors. So her parents use Chewy to save 20% on their first order of flea and tick meds. Delivered fast so Summit never misses a dose or an adventure. For quality meds, for life with pets, there's Chewy.
If you need insurance from a change in life, like you left your job, got a husband or wife. If you turn 26, here's your folks plan too. Healthcare.gov is here for you. Check out the website for what you can do. Just remember, limited time to enroll. Healthcare.gov is here for you.
Nothing scary about Energizer Ultimate Lithium, the #1 longest-lasting AA battery.
As a new mom of 2, I'm so glad that I found the world's first 3-in-1 child shield by Energizer. It's the only coin lithium battery with 3 safety features designed to keep our kids safe.
Need to be at your best? You need an antiperspirant that goes beyond. Dove Men with 72-hour protection plus care for your skin, so you can forget your underarms and focus on being unforgettable. Dove Men, forgettable underarms, unforgettable you.
Did you know that if you shave, 1/3 of what you remove is skin? New Dove deodorant helps repair it. So if you shave it, Dove it. New Dove. Replenish your skin after every shave.
This turbo hybrid makes your whole team feel at home.
Brisket, anyone?
Even when you're away. The new Kia Carnival Turbo Hybrid with 33 mpg. Kia. Movement that inspires.
ASU Stadium, you see head coach Eddie Robinson Jr. not happy about the last couple of sequences of penalties that have cost Alabama State points on the board.
You know, in the back of his head, he's sitting there saying, what am I really going to tell these guys when we go into the halftime break?
First downs, Alabama State 8, Miles 3. Miles has 27 total offensive plays, Alabama State 25. Last year, Miles had 50 rushes in the contest.
They did a very, very good job of controlling the tempo and really controlling the clock last year. And a heavy dose of Gennaro Scott, too. That has not been the case today.
Second down, and the true freshman, James Hayes from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, has been doing a great job leading this team in the wake of 2 big injuries, Andrew Bonney and Jonah O'Brien. Here is the give, and this goes to Holtzclaw. Gets to about the 28-yard line.
Holtzclaw picking up solid yardage behind his big offensive line, who has definitely been blowing Miles off of the line of scrimmage. And considering the fact that we saw the punt return, not for a touchdown to a penalty, and then another big penalty, having a 3rd and short inside the 30 isn't a bad situation for Alabama State now.
William Hardy with the tackle. He had 10 tackles last week, 2 for loss, and a forced fumble. Junior from Birmingham from Miles College. Here is the give. Over the 20-yard line to about the 19.
And Alabama State
on the carry.
And Alabama State just doing something quite simple. They're just literally just attacking that Miles front 7.
Milton Adams on the tackle from Milledgeville, Georgia, graduate student. And once again, a give to Daquan Kinsey. Gets inside the 15-yard line down to about the 12. And the tackle made by William Hardy again. Boy, he had a big game last week and already showing why he is one of the leaders of the Miles College defensive staff.
Absolutely. You know, Hardy is just one of those guys where when it comes to the lack of experience, he's the guy that really has been stepping it up for Miles College on that backside, along with Jermichael Rogers, whose name we have not called too much today.
Second down and about 3 here. Looks like the official stops play momentarily. Not sure if there's a clock issue or what have you. The official having problems with his microphone, it looked like, for a second. 37 seconds left in the first half of play instead of 47 seconds.
10 seconds can definitely make a difference. But, I mean, Alabama State does have all 3 timeouts left, so they're in a good situation from a time standpoint.
Referee having a couple issues with the battery pack, and they'll get that fixed at halftime.
Absolutely. Get them some fresh ones once they go in for the break.
Now it's back to 47 seconds. Here's a give to about the 10-yard line. Kinsey once again on the carry.
Looks like that was Jeremiah Hudson Davis coming up with the shoestring tackle.
Davis, 4 tackles last week from Fairfield, Alabama, and a timeout by Alabama State. So if you're the Hornets here, you're facing third down and about a yard, maybe a half a yard. This is an interesting call here because you got about 40 seconds left here, so you got plenty of time if you get this first down.
Absolutely. I think right now they're just drawing it up and saying, look, we're going to attack with a rush, going straight up the front, behind the big guys, and get the first down. That's the main thing. You get the first down, you set it up for first and goal with about 32, 33 seconds left. And, of course, now they only have 2 timeouts remaining, but it's still a good situation. I think at the end of the day, as long as they get points, that's what's going to make Coach Robinson and the staff happy after what happened recently.
Well, the left side of the line really has been doing a great job opening up holes. The center, Dunn, Frazier, the guard, and then Smith really opening up a lot of holes on that side of the line for their running backs.
Indeed, that has been the case, running to the left side of the line.
And here is the give. Inside the 10 to about the 9, and a first down.
But we've got a flag.
Hudson Davis on the tackle, flag on the field. Illegal shift, Alabama State, and that backs them up again.
Those are just those mental errors that really have been plaguing Alabama State on this drive in general. So now we go from 3rd and short to 3rd and somewhat manageable if you're Alabama State. But now the play calling does become a little different, especially with only 33 seconds to go.
6 penalties, 40 yards for Alabama State now. 3rd down and about 6. And you saw a picture earlier of Jeremiah Frazier, the left guard, transfer from Troy.
Transferred out right after Coach John Summerall ended up taking the job over at Tulane.
And another pre-snap penalty. Oh, it's going to be a timeout.
I was about to say, if that was another penalty, boy, that list of things that A. Robinson was going to tell his student athletes in the locker room was just going to grow and grow exponentially.
So Alabama State will take another timeout here, and you go from 3rd and short, about a yard, half a yard there, to 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7, really, which really changes the playbook a little bit because now you need to get to about the 10-yard line in order to get the first down. And what you really want to do is you want to get 7 on the board. You're in an area where you could probably get a field goal. But, the biggest thing is, again, you go back to that punt return by Robert McMinn. And that right there was 7 on the board. Penalties have plagued them in this drive.
Absolutely. The penalties and the mental errors have plagued them in this drive. One thing I wanted to say, too, Santori, is that the offensive staff for Alabama State has done a good job really setting Hayes up with solid play calling. Now, of course, great rushing attacks today, too, has also helped them. So they haven't really forced him to really make a lot of big-time plays. But I think this is an opportunity where you probably have to tell him, man, let's make one so we can go in the locker room with a whole lot of more momentum.
James Hayes, shotgun, will keep the ball. Pass complete inside the 10. It'll be a first down for Alabama State. Pass complete to Derek Harden and the tackle by LaShawn Young.
So here's Hayes. He's got the man running right there underneath in the flat, following his black, cuts it back up, gets upended, but he gets upended where the first down is for the Hornets.
Clock continues. Throw inside. Touchdown, Alabama State. Jalen Jones on the reception and 6 more on the board. Sean Young on the coverage.
Hayes and the Hornets going quick on that one, throwing the quick slant for a strike and a touchdown for Alabama State.
They extend their lead to 23-3. Jones gets 6 more on the board.
Yeah, as you see right here, the quick play action, and Hayes puts it exactly where his wide receiver can make the catch. Matter of fact, the wide receiver wasn't even looking whenever the ball was thrown, but it was Johnny on the spot, on the money, and that's a touchdown for Alabama State.
Extra point is good. 24-3 now the score. 7 plays, 34 yards, 2 minutes and 38 seconds. 7 the hard way.
Yes, 7 the hard way. So I think now that list may shrink a little bit as far as the bad things that Eddie Robinson probably was going to point out because they got the touchdown and more momentum. But at the same time, Alabama State now with a 3-touchdown lead as they get ready to go into the halftime break, barring something big from Miles College.
And I tell you what, that really makes things a little bit different when you go into the halftime locker room. I can guarantee you that Coach Robinson Jr. and that staff is going to address the mental errors and mistakes in this contest because, again, one of the things that coaches will often tell you is no matter what the score is, we have to play for us. We have to make sure that we're doing things the right way.
Correct. Do things the right way, and you can't beat yourself. And literally, that's what we saw on that last drive. They were beating themselves with a lot of mental errors, pre-snap errors.
Total yards right now, Alabama State 248, Miles 52.
That Alabama State defense definitely bouncing back following last week's performance down at the Orange Blossom Classic.
And, you know, look, we got to look at how things changed after Andrew Body got hurt in that ball game. O'Brien gets a concussion in that ball game. And to say that this young freshman Hayes has come into this ball game and changed things and really picked this team up and put it on his shoulders, I think is great. And you got to give, I think you said this right. The offensive coaching staff deserves a lot of credit in putting Hayes in the position to where he didn't have to do a lot. He just had to let the game come to him.
And a huge kudos, too, not only to the staff, but to that offensive line for creating the rushing lanes for these running backs today for Alabama State.
On the other side, Sam Shade and Miles College, they'll go into this locker room and they're going to start saying, hey, we've got to start moving the football.
Correct. Absolutely, because, you know, Cam Ivory really has not done much since that first drive. It looks like they'll go ahead and just take the knee, and they'll regroup.
They'll take it into the halftime locker room with Alabama State on top, 24-3. It has been dominated by the Hornets. 168 yards rushing for the Hornets, 31 for Miles College. The Alabama State University Marching Hornet Band cheering on this crowd, and the Hornets making big things happen here in this first half of the ball game. The halftime band's coming up next here at ASU Stadium. They're going to continue the momentum here for this crowd here in Montgomery.
If you need insurance from a change in life, like you left your job, got a husband or wife. If you turn 26, lose your folks plan too. Healthcare.gov is here for you. Check out the website for what you can do. Just remember, limited time to enroll. Healthcare.gov is here for you.
Did you know that if you shave, 1/3 of what you remove is skin? New Dove helps repair it. So if you shave it, Dove it. New Dove. Replenish your skin after every shave.
nothing scary about Energizer Ultimate Lithium, the #1 longest-lasting AA battery.
As a new mom of 2, I'm so glad that I found the world's first 3-in-1 child shield by Energizer. It's the only coin lithium battery with 3 safety features designed to keep our kids safe.
What's the worst part of the locker room?
The immediate thing that popped up in my head was all the acts.
Acts. You can't be a grown man going out like that.
I like that.
Reminds me like a designer store.
This smells like a candle.
This is a joke? I did not know that was Axe.
I chose Axe. I knew I had good taste.
Shopping, working, and relaxing online can attract various digital threats. To improve your protection against them, just turn on NordVPN. This cybersecurity app will block web trackers and malware-infected sites. It will also encrypt your internet traffic without losing a smooth connection. Choose the VPN recommended by Forbes Advisor. Get the deal now. NordVPN, cybersecurity built for every day.
Most people call leaf filter when their gutters are clogged and they notice one of the many issues that can bring. Well, sometimes it's the smell of mildew when water has seeped into the interior walls, or maybe they've spotted mold in the attic. But most often, it's the more obvious signs of damage, like rotten soffit, fascia, or water pooling near their foundation. You can get ahead of costly damage by protecting your home's gutters today. We're in your neighborhood and ready to help.
Schedule your free gutter inspection today. Call 833-LEAF-FILTER or visit leaffilter.com.
See that? That's like the gap in my health insurance.
Gap in your health insurance?
It didn't cover everything when I got hurt. Good thing I had Aflac. The cash I got from Aflac helped pay for medical expenses, groceries, rent. Really helped close that gap.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover. Find an agent, get a quote at Aflac.com.
Wish we had Aflac on our team.
You can.
And we're back in third quarter planning. Adams is quarterbacking this project, and she is looking pretty tired, Jill.
She's stuck, Bill, and that deadline is looming.
It looms for us all, Jill.
Wait a minute. She just pulled up Grammarly.
Grammarly is an AI writing partner that helps you make your point.
She just asked Grammarly to help her write a summary of her doc, and she's shortening it. Look at that. She's done. And it's in! It's a touchdown! Download Grammarly for free.
Alabama State right now on top of Miles College by the score of 24-3 here at halftime. It's ESPN SWAC football presented by Pepsi. And now let's go down on the field to the Purple Marching Machine from Miles College and our halftime band performance brought to you by Pepsi. Miles College, Purple Marching Machine on the field. Halftime band performance presented by Pepsi. We'll take this break. More of halftime right after this.
If you need insurance from a change in life, like you left your job, got a husband or wife. If you turn 26, lose your folks plan too. Healthcare.gov is here for you. Check out the website for what you can do. Just remember, limited time to enroll. Healthcare.gov is here for you.
Nothing scary about Energizer Ultimate Lithium, the #1 longest lasting AA battery.
As a new mom of 2, I'm so glad that I found the world's first 3-in-1 child shield by Energizer. It's the only coin lithium battery with 3 safety features designed to keep our kids safe.
Honey? But the gains are pumping. Yeah, the market's closed.
Futures don't sleep in the after hours, bro.
Dad, is Mommy a finance bro?
She switched careers to make money for your weddings.
Ooh, penny stocks are blowing up. Sweetie, grab your piggy bank. We're going all in. Let me ask you, for your wedding, do you want a gazebo and a river?
What's a gazebo?
Something that your mother always wanted and never got.
Or you could give these different investment options a shot.
The right money moves aren't as aggressive as you think.
I'm keeping the best.
What's the worst part of the locker room?
The immediate thing that popped up in my head was all the acts.
Acts.
You can't be a grown man going out like that.
I like that.
Reminds me like a designer store.
This smells like a candle.
This a joke? I did not know that was Axe.
I chose Axe. I knew I had good taste.
Hey, with Priceline VIP Family, you can unlock deals 5 times faster. You don't even have to be an actual family.
Oh, I'd be the dad.
I'm the dad.
Hey, physically, it's clear that I'm the dad.
Okay, so which dad is paying?
You're the dad.
Go to your happy price, Priceline.
A Chewy pharmacy order is en route for Summit, who loves the outdoors. So her parents use Chewy to save 20% on their first order of flea and tick meds. Delivered fast so Summit never misses a dose or an adventure. For quality meds, for life with pets, there's Chewy.
You see that? That's like the gap in my health insurance.
Gap in your health insurance?
It didn't cover everything when I got hurt. Good thing I had Aflac. The cash I got from Aflac helped pay for medical expenses, groceries, rent. Really helped close that gap.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover. Find an agent, get a quote at Aflac.com.
Wish we had Aflac on our team.
You can.
If you have this, consider adding this, an AARP Medicare Supplement Insurance Plan from United Healthcare. Medicare Supplement plans help by paying some of what Medicare doesn't and let you see any doctor, any specialist, anywhere in the U.S. who accepts Medicare patients. So if you have this, consider adding this. Call United Healthcare today for your free decision guide.
Make 24-3, Alabama State on top of Miles College here at ASU Stadium here in Montgomery, Alabama. The Miles College Golden Bear Purple Marching Machine still on the field. Alabama State is coming up. You'll get a chance to see them during halftime. We'll take this time out. More from Montgomery right after this.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island.
Things started off great, but once the new wore off,
They changed.
In the beginning, I got gifts like a phone.
And then next thing you know, it's like I'm invisible.
So I switched up and got me a new phone carrier.
Don't put up with wireless yada yada. Now with Metro Flex, new and existing customers are treated the same. Free 5G phones when you join, same deals as new customers when you stay. Only at Metro.
What if you could face every day with confidence?
Raid puts 65 years of insect science in your hands, so you can protect the ones you love. Raid. Protection for everyone. SC.
Honey?
But the gains are pumping.
Yeah, the market's closed.
Futures don't sleep in the after hours, bro.
Dad, is Mommy a finance bro?
She switched careers to make money for your weddings.
Ooh, penny stocks are blowing up. Sweetie, grab your piggy bank. We're going all in. Let me ask you, for your wedding, do you want a gazebo in a river?
What's a gazebo?
Something that your mother always wanted and never got.
Or you could give these different investment options a shot.
The right money moves aren't as aggressive as you think.
I'm keeping the best.
The tide goes in and out, just like a rider, there is no doubt. Inside the fluffy but crisp outside, perfect potatoes every time. Deliciously predictable. That's so Rida.
Hey, with Priceline VIP Family, you can unlock deals 5 times faster. You don't even have to be an actual family.
Oh, I'd be the dad.
I'm the dad.
Hey, physically, it's clear that I'm the dad.
Okay, so which dad is paying?
You're the dad.
Go to your happy price, Priceline.
As much as we wish our cats could text us, they're not quite there yet. Which is why savvy cat parents choose Pretty Litter, the health monitoring cat litter that changes color to tell you what your cat can't. By appearing blue, green, orange, or red, your cat can now communicate potential illness. It's low dust, lightweight, and absorbs odor and moisture into millions of micropores to help keep your home smelling fresh. So until cats can type, make the switch to Pretty Litter. Visit prettylitter.com.
You see that? That's like the gap in my health insurance.
Gap in your health insurance?
It didn't cover everything when I got hurt. Good thing I had Aflac. The cash I got from Aflac helped pay for medical expenses, groceries, rent. Really helped close that gap.
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover. Find an agent, get a quote at Aflac.com.
Wish we had Aflac on our team. You can't.
Shopping, working, and relaxing online can attract various digital threats. To improve your protection against them, just turn on NordVPN. This cybersecurity app will block web trackers and malware-infected sites. It will also encrypt your internet traffic without losing a smooth connection. Choose the VPN recommended by Forbes Advisor. Get the deal now. NordVPN, cybersecurity built for every day.
Back here at ASU Stadium here in Montgomery, Alabama State on top 24-3. And now let's listen to the Alabama State Mighty Marching Hornets, a part of today's halftime band performances brought to you by Pepsi. Yes. Alabama State Mighty Marching Hornets halftime band performance presented by Pepsi. Take this time out. Back right after this.
Welcome to Nada Yada Island.
Things started off great, but once the new wore off,
They changed.
In the beginning, I got gifts like a phone.
And then next thing you know, it's like I'm invisible.
So I switched up and got me a new phone carrier.
Don't put up with wireless yada yada. Now with Metro Flex, new and existing customers are treated the same. Free 5G phones when you join, same deals as new customers when you stay. Only at Metro.
Up I rise, golden perfection like a ride of fries. Crispy and fluffy, it's no surprise. Perfect potatoes every time. Deliciously predictable. That's Ore-Ida.
New Glade Plugins Plus. Now with scent notice technology. Expertly designed to reduce nose blindness, with more waves of fragrance that last up to 80 days. SC Johnson.
You know, Priceline helps families save up to 60% on family-friendly hotels.
So many great trips, we might just leave here with another vacation baby.
Gross.
Oh, take it easy, Paris. And you too, Fort Lauderdale.
Lisa was in Toledo.
Go to your happy price, Priceline.
I used to think I couldn't host shindigs at my place. Then I found Pretty Litter. My home has never smelled fresher. Plus, it can serve as a fun party trick. Pretty Litter changes color to keep tabs on my cat's health. Did I mention it delivers right to your door?
This is kitty litter? It's so lightweight.
You bet your bottom collar it is. Don't hate me because I'm punny. Get 5-star freshness at prettylitter.com.
Shopping, working, and relaxing online can attract various digital threats. To improve your protection against them, just turn on NordVPN. This cybersecurity app will block web trackers and malware-infected sites. It will also encrypt your internet traffic without losing a smooth connection. Choose the VPN recommended by Forbes Advisor. Get the deal now. NordVPN. Cybersecurity built for every day.
At Simply Safe, your safety is the only thing that matters. We designed smarter ways to detect motion for fast emergency response. We create HD cameras so you can see what's happening in your home from anywhere. All powered by Fast Protect technology. Exclusively from Simply Safe for faster police response. Now install our advanced system your way. Have a pro set it up or easily do it yourself. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Welcome back to this U.S. Open office plan.
Miller just lobbed a message way over Jones's head using some technical jargon.
Let's see if they can use Grammarly to their advantage. Jones is using it to make her point in a friendly way. And now Miller's taking a technical doc and asking Grammarly to rewrite it. Let's see if it makes the difference. It's love all, but does Jones feel it?
Yes, they're aligned. Game, set, and match.
Thanks to Grammarly, every word you write helps you reach your goal.
Download Grammarly for free.
If you're turning 65 soon or over 65 and planning to retire, now's the time to learn more about an AARP Medicare Supplement Insurance Plan from United Healthcare and get help protecting yourself from the out-of-pocket costs Medicare doesn't pay.
Back here at ASU Stadium, Alabama State on top of Miles College, 24-3. Welcome back to our SWAC broadcast presented by Pepsi. Santoria Black along with Mo Carter. And Mo, I tell you what, this has been one of those types of games where early on you saw Miles College really start to do things, but then after that first drive, it was all about Alabama State.
Absolutely. Cameron Ivory and that Miles College offense looked really, really good on that first drive, but then really after a critical third down incompletion, things really just went left for the Golden Bears, and from there, Alabama State just really took over, especially in between the trenches.
That's right, and you look at that offensive line, they really did a lot of great work in getting those running backs holes open, and really the rushing game from Alabama State has really been prominent.
They have been attacking that left side of the offensive line all day long, and then when they don't go outside, they go inside. Jaquan Quincy with that man of a run that he had to really open that game up and really just turn things around for Alabama State to expand their lead.
Well, I tell you what, we got a lot of great highlights and, of course, stats presented by our good friends at Pepsi. And, when you take a look at the highlights, man, it really was about just that front line and what they've been able to do.
Exactly. The buffet busters, as you talked about, definitely creating a whole lot of holes for Alabama State and also providing a lot of protection for James Hayes, the freshman quarterback, getting his first college action of the day. And, the best friend for a young freshman quarterback is his offensive line and good running backs like Jaquan Quincy. Look at this amazing run, running away from the defense, showing he's been in the weight room and carrying defenders into the end zone for a score. And you talk about taking the wind out of the sail for Miles Collins. That play definitely did it right there.
Let's take a look at those halftime stats presented by Pepsi. And I tell you what, when you start taking a look at the average yards per play, there's no doubt Alabama State 6.1, Miles 1.8.
Yeah, that is a huge disparity between the two. But here's another thing, too, Santoria. Miles has 50 total yards. That touchdown run by Daquan Quincy was 68 yards by itself.
Yeah. And then, look, total yards, rushing yards, 103 to 21, 29, 80 to 21. When you start taking a look at the passing yards. But I think that the other thing that is not right here, but Alabama State shot themselves in the foot a little bit with the penalties in the first half.
Correct. There was a punt return for a touchdown that eventually got called back, and then the guy who was actually penalized for it, you could tell he was upset about it. The coach had to kind of calm him down. Then there was another play that got him down inside the 20-yard line that got called back. So all of a sudden, the last drive for Alabama State took way longer than what they expected. Luckily, Hayes was able to fire a slant for a touchdown to extend the lead, making it 24-3 as they went into the halftime break.
Alabama State getting ready to kick off here to Miles College to start things off here in the third quarter. And tell you what, man, there are some great games going on around the conference over the next few weeks. And, boy, you'll get a chance to see them on the ESPN family of networks just all over, just some great football. And this one is a short kick that will come down to Miles College at inside the 20-yard line. And Miles College is going to get some great field position to start things out here in the second half.
That was number 89. That was Tipton Dobbs, a wide receiver, picking up good yardage right outside the 40-yard line. That's where Miles College will begin first down and 10. But Santori, yeah, you talk about some great matchups on the ESPN family of networks and ESPN Plus within the Southwestern Athletic Conference. There's a pretty big one next week in the city of Jackson, Mississippi, between two longtime rivals in Jackson State University and Southern University going down. While it won't count in the SWAC standings, it does not mean that the rivalry still will not be heated between those two teams.
And that's been moved to a night game. And, man, I tell you what, that is going to be electric.
Exactly. Think about the tailgating that's going to be happening all day out there in Jackson.
I tell you what, the last time I did tailgating in Jackson and had a chance to eat over there, man, I could barely move.
You had the itis?
I ate like a buffet buster. Some good food over in Jackson.
Yes, sir.
Second down and short here for Miles College. Wow, look at the Hornets swarm over the running game of Miles College.
Yes, getting out there for the first time was Stephon Young Roll on that one, leading the way for the swarm of Hornets in the defensive backfield.
Third down now for Miles College.
And see, with Miles in the first half, we have been seeing this a lot. They get to third and somewhat manageable, but then cannot convert on third down. Let's see if they can make a change here on their first possession in the second half.
Cam Ivory with the pass. That's going to be complete to Frank Pierre. Still on his feet and out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. Or the line judge is standing right at the 25-yard line. And that's going to be Scarborough on the tackle.
Cam Ivory with the quick fake and gets it over to Frank Pierre. Pierre was able to get away from one tackler and it picked up solid yardage to finally put them in Alabama State territory.
First down and 10 now. Once again for Miles College. The run by Gennaro Scott.
Gennaro Scott going off right side, and he's taken down by DeMarcus Cunningham. Excuse me, Caleb Alford with the tackle. You know, these double numbers, Santor.
Man, I'm trying to tell you.
For the people at home, yes, we have this in front of us, but then we also have to be like, all right, there's one, there's one.
Nice leap, and the ball is loose. Alabama State looks like they may have recovered it. Let's see what happens. And the Hornets recover it. What a job on defense by Alabama State. Keen Lewis on the recovery.
Gennaro Scott was able to jump over the defender and then stick the landing, but then he loses the ball as he goes for the landing. Look, right here, shows the hops, but loses the ball as he's coming down. Alabama State is able to recover it, ending a Miles College.
And Caleb Alford, you got to give him credit because he punched that ball out of the hands of Gennaro Scott.
And, of course, the ball bounced the right way for Alabama State. They were right there on the sideline, and somehow that ball remained in the field of play. Alabama State will take over, but, oh, that's got to be a gut punch for Coach Sam Shade and the Miles College Golden Bears.
Well, you get that deep and knock on the door and get slammed in your face. First down and 10 for Alabama State. Hayes scrambling, looking, and he'll throw it away. Good decision because he had nowhere to go with it.
Not only nowhere to go, but he had a whole lot of pressure coming from the defensive end for Miles College. That's JaMychal Rogers, the preseason All-SIAC selection, who we haven't really called his name too much, but for sure, out of the three defensive linemen that are returning starters, he's the guy they feel is the most important to make an impact on that D-line with Miles.
Second down and 10 once again now for Alabama State. Here is the give. That's going to be Kinsey. He'll get a couple.
Alabama State trying to follow those blockers on the left side of the field. Looked like Kinsey had a few steps on some defenders, but at the end of the day, Miles College was able to take them down and sets up third down.
Yofondo on the tackle for Miles College. We've said his name a couple of times already this evening.
Absolutely. If you're Miles College, this is a critical third down to try to stop Alabama State and get the ball back for the offense.
And you can see some of the defenders, some of them playing off the receivers. Here is the give. Not a lot there as the Miles College doing a great job defensively, getting into the interior part of the line. William Hardy, once again, big game last week. He continues to have a big game this week.
William Hardy coming up with a great tackle to stuff the running back in the trenches. Sets a fourth down in a punting situation. So the turnover by Miles College wasn't as dreadful as many may have thought just a few minutes ago, and it looks like they'll get the ball back with pretty good field position.
And that's always a good thing when you get a turnover and all of a sudden you're like, man, I hope they don't turn it into points. Great defense there by Miles College, and that can give you a little bit of confidence. Here is the punt, high punt. Come down and fumbled. And coming down with the football, Jaquel Fells, and they will have the ball right at about the 45-yard line, 43-yard punt. And that brings us to a timeout. Alabama State still on top by 3 touchdowns.
Get your grills out this summer with Pepsi, the official beverage of Grills Night Out.
Get your grills out this summer with Pepsi, the official beverage of Grills Night Out.
We are exactly what you think. We are not at all what you think. We are past, present, and future, all in one. Because the best way to honor our history is to make history. General Motors, honored to sponsor the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
For 15 years, the Home Depot Retool Your School program has been championing HBCUs. We've been right there with campus grants, scholarships, and career opportunities. Winning schools have seen their visions for upgrading their campuses and communities come to life through sustainability projects, as well as new places to connect, like innovation lounges and outdoor pavilions. As we celebrate 15 years of partnering with HBCUs, we're excited to keep the momentum going. Retool your school. We're powered by purpose.
Fun, memories, friendship. We're here for all of it. Here for the big moments and the small ones too. We're here for unforgettable triumph, momentary misfortune, and the impromptu throwdown. We're out here each day, chasing something great. Call it adventure, call it play, we call it fun. Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
Alabama State on top 24-3 over Miles College. And on that last play, Trey Phillips looks like he was injured on that play for Alabama State.
As you see right there, Trey Phillips goes airborne and lands awkwardly on his left shoulder, maybe his elbow. And then after that, they took him directly to the trainer's table. And he's still in there right now. So, you wish the best for this man. But when it comes to injuries, Alabama State really cannot afford to sustain any more injuries. We've seen enough, especially with the quarterback position. But then Eddie Robinson Jr. also said North Carolina Central beat him up pretty bad last week.
Of course, Jonah O'Brien, who was the backup quarterback, got a concussion. He didn't come out, as a matter of fact, for the first few days. And here is the gift.
Ball was tipped at the line.
And it was tipped by, I should say, incomplete pass to Jay Andrews. But yeah, so Jonah O'Brien didn't even come out for the first few days, according to reports during the week, just to kind of stay in the dark because he was in concussion protocol. And then, of course, Andrew Body with his shoulder injury. And looks like he'll have to have surgery. So 2 big injuries there last week. And here's the pass picked off by Alabama State. Scarborough with another big play on defense. Scarborough on his feet, and he gets across the 45 to the Miles College 42-yard line. First down, Hornets.
Scarborough was lined up on the hash marks and literally just beat the man to. Actually goes to the other hash mark and then watch him just play the ball, and then it's like, here we go. Here's my interception. Let me slip a couple of tackles, and then we follow my blocks, and then he picks up a fantastic set of blocks from his defenders. And all of a sudden, Alabama State now with their second turnover in less than 5 minutes.
Tackle by Andrews, basically saved a touchdown there, and now Alabama State in business at the Miles College 43-yard line. First down and 10, where Scarborough is having a great game. What a job on defense by Miles College. Jermichael Rogers almost in the backfield when that thing was handed off.
Jermichael Rogers definitely read his keys and did make sure he was able to take down the defender for a 3-yard loss. As we mentioned, we didn't really talk about him in the first half, but second half he's already made a couple of plays for Miles College.
Second down and 13 now. Make it 14. That throw is incomplete.
Out of the reach for his tight end, Erickson McRae.
Reeves doing a great job defending on that play. And now the official trying to say something. I think he's trying to tell the bands possibly to quiet down.
Oh, man, it won't be HBCU football if we don't get that referee, please will the band not play as the team is at the line of scrimmage announcement. It just wouldn't be, Santori.
Just wouldn't.
Another sign to let me know that football is back.
Yes. And you know what? In pretty decent weather. It's not too hot, not too muggy here in Montgomery.
Not at all.
Great weather.
In the 80s.
Hayes stepping up. Complete. Hayes with the completion. And Cam Williams with the tackle.
Corey Daly coming up with the reception, but not enough for a first down. So back-to-back possessions now. Alabama State cannot capitalize with points following a turnover they got from Miles College.
So if Harrison Tuck can get a good kick here, it can pin Miles College back. And this one goes way out of the reach of Harrison Tuck, and he loses the football. And it is recovered by Miles College, and all kinds of extracurricular activity goes on.
That was Rock Dowdell who was able to get over there and recover the bad snap.
So Dowdell is the player for Miles College that recovered the football. And now we've got all kinds of extracurricular activity. And you can see
Sam Shea getting into the face of his players, let them know, like, hey, we're still into this game, but don't lose.
And that penalty is going to be on Dowdell. Looks like for a hit, punch.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 4, the recovery team, 15-yard penalty, first down Miles.
That's his first unsportsmanlike penalty.
That is number 4, first unsportsmanlike conduct.
Boy, and that punt just went way out of the reach of Harrison Tuck, and he couldn't pick up the ball.
Oh, he throws the ball at the punter's head. Yeah, you can't do that in a situation where you're trying to build momentum, let alone gain some.
Well, that'll be first down and 10 for Miles, but back at their 45-yard line. And now both teams have had penalties assessed at very inopportune times.
On special teams at that.
And boy, I tell you what, trying to find something open was Ivory. He gets it to Trevonta Abner. Gets inside the 30-yard line, and a first down. Abner, 3 catches and 33 yards last week.
Ivory was just looking for someone to throw the ball. Nobody was open as an Alabama State defense was swarming to get to him. He eludes the defender right there, almost gets a big hit in the backfield before he gets it over to Abner, and Abner is able to pick up a first down for the Golden Bears.
First down and 10 now for Miles College. Cam Ivory throws, nice catch by Abner, gets inside the 15, inside the 10, and to about the 8-yard line, first down.
Abner making back-to-back grabs, this time across the middle.
Lewis on the tackle for Alabama State.
And Abner did a great thing, too, the fact that he protected the ball as he was going down on the tackle.
Boy, I tell you what.
Alabama State was not fooled on that one.
No.
That was Tayshawn Sims coming through and batting the ball away. Very crucial possession for Miles College now. They've got to find a way to get some points on the board.
Absolutely. Ivory running, throws it out of bounds. He was trying to get it out of bounds. Pierre was the nearest receiver.
I think originally the ball was supposed to go to Abner. Abner was coming underneath, but Ivory had to take a few extra steps to get away from a Hornet defender.
Well, these bands have been entertaining the crowd back and forth.
Yes, sir. Purple Marching Machine and the Mighty Marching Hornets
and
going at it.
Is it just me, or did Miles College move from one side of the stadium to the other side?
They did. Yeah. They did. They wanted a straight-on battle.
And they are getting it. Here's Ivory. Takes out with the football, still on his feet. And he'll be tackled at about the 10-yard line. And that hole closed extremely fast, and now the Miles College Golden Bears have a big decision to make here.
Yeah, that was Denzel Johnson coming up with the tackle on Ivory. Ivory really didn't have much space as he stepped up into the pocket. I know for sure he was like, can I run it? Can I run it? And then he decides, you know what? Let me just get what I can and go down.
Field goal try here. This will be a 27-yard field goal attempt, 22-yard field goal attempt. And this one hits the right upright. Roderick Smith missing this one. I should say just doinking it right off the right upright. Well, Miles College denied, cannot score. And it's still 3 touchdowns lead by Alabama State. Back after this.
At Simply Safe, your safety is the only thing that matters. We designed smarter ways to detect motion for fast emergency response. We create HD cameras so you could see what's happening in your home from anywhere. All powered by Fast Protect technology. Exclusively from Simply Safe for faster police response. Now install our advanced system your way. Have a pro set it up or easily do it yourself. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Buy one, get one. For this, for that. Buy one, get one. Buy one, get one. So when you buy one for this, you get one for that. With Publix BOGOs on Instacart, when you buy one, you get one. For this, and yeah, even that. Instacart and Publix. Add life to cart. Check Instacart for new Publix BOGOs every week.
In my book, saving while shopping is a no-brainer, so I use Rakuten to get cash back while I'm book clubbing. Cha-ching! With Rakuten, I get cash back at over 3,500 stores. So how does that work? Well, stores pay Rakuten to send them shoppers. Then, Rakuten shares that money with us in a check or PayPal payment. It's free and easy. Shh.
I think you're missing the plot.
And I think you're missing the cash back.
Cha-ching!
Your heart knows what it wants. So do your taste buds. Fall in love with new Haagen-Dazs chocolate cookie crumble bar. That's Dazs.
I used to think I couldn't host shindigs at my place. Then I found Pretty Litter. My home has never smelled fresher. Plus, it can serve as a fun party trick. Pretty Litter changes color to keep
Alabama State still with a commanding lead over Miles College here in the third quarter. You see the Alabama State fans enjoying themselves, and boy, you see that sun go down. Just a beautiful shot there. And Alabama State University, founded 1867 here in Montgomery. A little over 5,400 students, and of course Ralph Abernathy, one of the famous alumni to graduate from here. Ricky Smiley, of course, who has a national morning show weekdays on stations across the country, and very involved in the Magic City Classic, bringing his morning show there every, I think once or twice during the Magic City Classic.
Absolutely. Plus, Ricky Smiley very involved with the actual game, too. I tend to see him on the sidelines covering the Magic City Classic just about every year since I've been here in the state of Alabama. But here's something else interesting about Alabama State. It's probably got to be one of the few colleges in which your president and your head football coaches are alums of the university.
Yeah, you don't see that a ton right now. And I tell you what, they're very proud of what they have been able to accomplish here. And here you see a huge hit. Man, did James Hayes take a shot.
That was number 94, Kanai McCoy, coming through with a huge hit on James Hayes. Hayes just held the ball just a little too long on this one and just ran out of real estate.
And McCoy, 5'11", 260 from Town Creek, Alabama. He might not be very, very tall, but man, he is a load.
Look, we're going to have to check that weight.
Yeah, 260 seems to be just a little bit light. He might be a pot pie from about 300. But I tell you what, he moves extremely well. Great feet.
And the reason why I say that, Jermichael Rogers is 250.
Yeah. Well, they got some, here's the thing. You got big guys, but they move well. And that's what really impresses you about both of these lines is how they move with their feet.
Yes.
30 seconds.
It's like we have a timeout on the field. It'll be third down after the timeout. There is the Miles College Band, and take a look at their school, founded in 1898 in Fairfield, Alabama. A little over 1,300 students. Bobby Knight is their president, and Grant Dubose, Richard Arrington Jr., Autherine Lucy, all great alums of this institution.
Exactly. Miles College is located in Fairfield, Alabama. Like literally as soon as you pull into Fairfield, you see the sign that says Miles College right there. It is entrenched within that community.
And Bobby Knight, the first female president in the history of Miles College, is of the presidents. And so congratulations to her, really doing a great job trying to improve the profile, improve the attendance of this institution. And, look, a Division II school, so they don't have the same resources as your Division I schools, but, man, they are really trying to improve what they do. Here is the run. A.J. Gates Jr. on the carry, and now Zach Sims, the new quarterback in the ball game for Alabama State, the freshman from Abernathy, Alabama.
So we've got our second true freshman quarterback seeing action today. Of course, Hayes was the other freshman. And you got to think about, what was going through the minds of these guys early this week when they realized, we're really going to be playing thanks to the fact that our two quarterbacks with experience will not be in the mix.
Harrison Tuck will punt. Last time there was a disaster with the punt for Alabama State. And a flag on the play.
Is it me, or is it the fact that every special teams play we've had
start. Offense.
since the second quarter has either had a penalty,
5-yard penalty, fourth down,
or a mishap?
Well, this one is a false start. Now Alabama State will have to back up 5 more yards. Makes things a little bit tighter here for Harrison Tuck. And again, you don't want a bad snap, because that could result in a safety.
It definitely could. And if you're Alabama State, you don't want to give any points away to Miles College. You want to make them earn each and every one of them.
And here is the kick, and it comes down at the 40. And out to about the 45 of Alabama State. That's Jaquel Fells on the return for Miles College. 42 yards on the punt, and Miles College will take over in Alabama State territory.
Who are you? I'm you, but with the spicy kick. Spicy kick? When you try Jack Link's Doritos Spicy Sweet Chili Flavored Beef Jerky, you unleash the you with more flavor. So I have a panther and a neck tattoo. Is it temporary? What do you
During
think?
the kick, personal foul.
Does the panther know any tricks?
Return team, number 46. 50-yard penalty enforced from the end of the kick. First down.
Meet your flavor.
Huge play coming up.
Talking
about dropping the ball.
Correct.
I got the score.
Number 41. Timeout.
Tostitos Hardy Dippers.
We are exactly what you think. We are not at all what you think. We are past, present, and future, all in one. Because the best way to honor our history is to make history. General Motors, honored to sponsor the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
Get your grills out this summer with Pepsi, the official beverage of Grills Night Out.
For 15 years, the Home Depot Retool Your School program has been championing HBCUs. We've been right there with campus grants, scholarships, and career opportunities. Winning schools have seen their visions for upgrading their campuses and communities come to life through sustainability projects, as well as new places to connect, like innovation lounges and outdoor pavilions. As we celebrate 15 years of partnering with HBCUs, we're excited to keep the momentum going. Retool your school. We're powered by purpose.
Today's SWAC news and notes are brought to you by GM. And you start off with Alabama State, starting a freshman. And you got Hayes. He's 5 for 11, 88 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception in his debut. And, man, you can't be – I mean, look, if you're Coach Eddie Robinson Jr. with everything that happened, you got to be pleased with what you saw.
Absolutely. You got to credit the staff, too, for basically putting him in the position to do positive things today. That rushing attack definitely helped take a lot of pressure off of him. But those 2 2D passes that he threw today, on the money and on point.
And, of course, McCoy from Jackson State University, 5 of 9 today, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, Jackson State, of course, you know, they're taking on Lane today. They'll take on Southern University next week in a non-conference affair. But don't tell those 2 teams that, because they still hate each other and want to get a W over their big rival.
Speaking of Southern University, they were picked to finish 4th in the Southwestern Athletic Conference Western Division. But I tell you what, their new head coach says, hey, don't sleep on us.
No, not at all. Coach Terrence Graves, he's a guy in his first head coaching job, but he has a lot of SWAC hours, Santoria. Longtime assistant at both Southern and Grambling, knows how to win championships too.
Here is the throw, and it is it going to be intercepted? It is intercepted by Alabama State, and first down for the Hornets.
That's James Burgess coming up with the interception, just high pointing the ball over the Miles College wide receiver. And once again, Miles College giving the ball away for the 3rd straight time here in the second half. Well, 3 out of 4 possessions, technically.
And I'll tell you what, that was just great defense, one-on-one coverage. And there you can see the reaction of the transfer from Alcorn State, Cameron Ivory, disappointed in that throw. But I tell you, that defense from Alabama State, they have been salty.
And, of course, Eddie Robinson Jr., back-to-back SWAC Defensive Player of the Year during his playing time, played with the Houston Oilers and then the Tennessee Titans, played in the Super Bowl. Defensive-minded guy, loves special teams, so his defensive guys are making the plays that he loved to see.
And remaining in the ball game at quarterback for Alabama State will be Zach Sims, it looks like. Here is the give across the 10. Kinsey gets all the way out across the 30-yard line to the 31-yard line. First down, Hornets.
Kinsey is the definition of having speed and power. Just look at him. He's shifty. Nice little stiff arm right there, and then another stiff arm. Get off me as we go out of bounds for Alabama State. Kinsey has literally been rolling on this offense today with the Hornets.
Hudson Davis with the stop for Miles College.
Kinsey now with 129 rushing yards on 11 attempts.
Once again, the give, and this time Miles College right there. And it's a loss of 1 on the play. Rogers on the tackle.
So Michael Rogers says, look, I've had enough. If I got to come from the backside, I will make this play.
Second down now for Alabama State. It'll be 2nd and 11. And, you know, just when Alabama State gets a huge play, you see Miles College recovering, and they're able to stop Alabama State for either no gain or short loss.
And if you're the Miles College defense, your back is against the wall on this drive here.
Here is the carry out to about the 38-yard line. And that's Kinsey once again, who has had a stellar day.
I'll tell you this, Santora, I did not realize that Kinsey was so shifty. You look at him, he looks like he's just a power back. But, man, look, he's got the jukes and the jives and the shakes. And then he can outrun you if he needs to as well.
Hardy and Davis on the tackle for Miles College. And, you know, one of the things you can tell is he doesn't open up his hips too much. He's got a good, firm foundation. And then he doesn't commit to where he's planning, and then, of course, he's really doing a great job getting from one direction to another and making people miss.
Absolutely. And, of course, we talked about the transfers earlier. He is definitely one of the top pickups they got.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against Alabama State. And speaking of which, we came back from that timeout. There was a penalty against Miles College, which backed them up in their drive. And so penalties right now plaguing both teams.
Yes, it's those mental mistakes at the wrong time, as a matter of fact.
9 penalties, 75 yards now for the Hornets. Here is the give to Holdsclaw around the edge, 25. Ooh, fell kind of awkwardly. Hardy on the tackle.
Yeah, Holdsclaw looked like he went down awkwardly following the tackle from Hardy, but seems to be A-OK on that play.
Now Harrison Tuck will punt the ball once again for Alabama State. The waning moments of the third quarter here in Montgomery.
Of course, Alabama State still with a 24-3 lead. Miles College, 4 possessions, and on all 4 possessions, they have given away the ball via a turnover and also missed a field goal.
Tuck with a high kick, and it will be a fair catch made at the 34-yard line, and that's where Miles College will take over first down and 10 in this particular drive. Well, if you're Miles College, you had a field goal opportunity. You missed that one, hit it off the right upright, still down 3 touchdowns. And right now, you know, it's a big difference when you see, you know, from last year to this year. And 40-yard punt, by the way, on that kick by Harrison Tuck.
Absolutely, and we just saw a shot of Trey Phillips earlier. He went down with a either shoulder or elbow injury and went into the tent for a while, but it looks like he's back and he's A-OK to play for Alabama State.
Tell you what, they don't need any more injuries. Boy, they're going to become the MASH unit pretty soon with all the injuries that they have acquired. It's going to be a lot of soaking in ice water this weekend. Scott gets to about the 37-yard line. 3-yard gain, and Miles College will have second down here. And for Miles College, after the game this weekend against Alabama State, they will have their home opener against Lane coming up on the 21st. So they'll get a bye week next week. And then they will be on the road at Allen. Conference play for them starts on the 21st in the SIAC. Gennaro Scott is upended. Man, that was a heck of a tackle. And you know what? That really makes defensive coaches happy. Keen Lewis just with a great form tackle.
Yes. It just so happened that Scott's a smaller guy, so clearly it looked like he was picking him up and body slamming him, but theoretically it was a great forearm tackle for it as we get ready for the fourth quarter.
Entering the final quarter here in Montgomery. Alabama State still up big on Miles College.
After a long night of bringing home the bacon, there's nothing wrong with a nice, smoky nightcap. After all, it's 5 a.m. somewhere. Hormel Black Label Bacon.
Buy one, get one with Publix BOGOs on Instacart. When you buy one, you get one. So when you buy one for this, you get one for that. Instacart and Publix. Add life to cart. Check Instacart for new Publix BOGOs every week.
Why is America accepted the wait for payday when life doesn't wait for you to get paid? Introducing MyPay from Chime, a revolutionary new way of getting your pay when you want. Get up to $500 of your pay before payday. No interest, no credit check, no mandatory fees. When any day is payday, it's a good day. Get paid when you say with MyPay. Get started at Chime.com.
At Simply Safe, your safety is the only thing that matters. We designed smarter ways to detect motion for fast emergency response. We create HD cameras so you can see what's happening in your home from anywhere. All powered by Fast Protect technology. Exclusively from Simply Safe for faster police response. Now install our advanced system your way. Have a pro set it up or easily do it yourself. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
In my book, Saving while shopping is a no-brainer, so I use Rakuten to get cash back while I'm book clubbing. Cha-ching! With Rakuten, I get cash back at over 3,500 stores. So how does that work? Well, stores pay Rakuten to send...
All the favorites. Back here in Montgomery, Alabama State leading 24-3 as we start the third quarter. That particular play, Caleb Alford gets the tackle. Miles College with the football, first down at the 47-yard line.
Of course, Santori, if you're Miles, you just need to go ahead and just erase what happened in the third quarter offensively and try to regroup and cut into this lead as the final quarter has come upon us here in Montgomery.
Timeout.
And now a timeout on the field. It looks like Alabama State is switching personnel. And now Miles College will have first down and 10. Here is the give to Gennaro Scott to about the midfield stripe. You know, if you are the defense for Alabama State, this is exactly what you want.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. This is exactly what this Alabama State defense wanted to do against Miles College. Turnovers and takeaways. And then on the offensive side of the ball, they create situations for them to get touchdowns.
Second down and about 7 here. Nice pass, complete. And that's going to be out to Jaquavius Lee, the tight end. First time we've said his name tonight.
Ineligible receiver downfield.
And it's all coming back from Miles College because of an ineligible receiver downfield.
Second down.
Matter of fact, that was the same person that actually caught the pass. So if he lined up at tight end, he must have been covered up by an outside receiver. And now it looks like he will make a trot over to the sidelines.
He is a big kid at tight end. Lee out of the ball game. 255.
And once again, could be an understatement unless the camera is putting on a few extra.
And moving, that's the other thing, like I said, we talked about before, moving well and ball on the ground. Scott able to pick it up, gets across the 50, and he's close to a first down, depending on where the line judge says he was tackled. Caleb Alford on the tackle.
Kudos to Scott right here for making a whole lot out of something that could have been way worse. They were in the shotgun, and it seemed like the center was thinking that the quarterback was right underneath them, so the ball literally came up short. Scott got there real quick, picked it up, bounced to the left side, and then set up third and short.
And it looks like a short gain on the play. Jean-Louis on the tackle.
Jean-Louis. That was Scott right there on the carry. Fourth and short coming up.
0 for 1 on fourth down for Miles College. And it is a big fourth down if they just want to try to gain some momentum in this ball game.
Absolutely. You know, that's a big difference from last year to this year. Last year, it was Miles College converting on multiple fourth down opportunities.
And Ivory going down at the 40-yard line. Man, did he lose big yardage.
Absolutely. He saw nothing but the nines on that one. 99 from Elijah Elmore, and then number 9, Stephon Young-Oro on that play there. He just ran out of real estate, ran out of time, and got sacked, turnover on downs.
Well, Alabama State will have the ball when we come back, up 3 scores on Miles College.
Fun, memories, friendship. We're here for all of it. Here for the big moments and the small ones too. too. We're here for unforgettable triumph, momentary misfortune, and the impromptu throwdown. We're out here each day, chasing something great. Call it adventure, call it play, we call it fun. Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there.
We are exactly what you think. We are not at all what you think. We are past, present, and future, all in one. Because the best way to honor our history is to make history. General Motors, honored to sponsor the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
Who are you? I'm you, but with the spicy kick. Spicy kick? When you try Jack Link's Doritos Spicy Sweet Chili Flavored Beef Jerky, you unleash the you with more flavor. So I have a panther and a neck tattoo. Is it temporary? What do you think? Does the panther know any tricks?
Nope.
Meet your flavor.
The SWAC, the premier athletic conference in the nation. A collection of schools rich in tradition, pride, and pedigree. Sacrifice, winning, allegiance, champions. We are the SWAC, building champions for life.
Today's SWAC scoreboard is brought to you by Pepsi. And let's start taking a look at some of the scores. Got a final score. Of course, Mercer beat Bethune-Cookman 31-2 in that game. Grambling right now big on Tuskegee at Eddie G. Robinson Memorial Stadium, 23-0 in the second quarter. And, man, talk about a close game. Southern on top of Savannah State, 9-7 at halftime.
Absolutely. And, of course, Southern, they had their issues last week offensively. It seemed like Coach Terrence Graves and company had fixed them, but apparently that's not the case. 2-point lead going into the half.
Vanderbilt on top of Alcorn State, 17-0. Pine Bluff on top of Arkansas Baptist, 21-0. Pine Bluff looking for their first win.
And another one I wanted to add, too, we saw it on the first screen. Prairie View leading Northwestern State in Natchitoches, Louisiana, 20-14 at the half.
Rice up on Texas, 35-0 in Houston. That's another team not going too far for most of the season. Texas Southern going to be in Houston quite a while. Here is the give. And Alabama State on the first down.
Yeah, like Alabama State, Texas Southern won't be going too far away from their home campus many times this year. So, you don't have to have so many frequent flyer miles, or you don't have to put so much gas in the charter buses either.
Oh, man, and you talk about just a favorable schedule for fans. If you're Alabama State, you're at Sanford next. You take a long trip to Bethune-Cookman, but then you don't leave the state of Alabama for 4 weeks. You got FAM at home, Valley at home, Alabama A&M in Birmingham, and then Alcorn. And then, of course, you finish the season after Grambling on the road, Jackson, Prairie View, and Tuskegee.
I really think that stretch of games really in October and early November, we'll know exactly where Alabama State stands as they get ready to really wrap their season up when Jackson State comes here in mid-November.
McCoy on the tackle for Miles College. Third down now and about 12 for Alabama State. Man, you talk about a favorable schedule. It's great for fans because you don't have to travel far.
Correct. I am a little curious, though, on the fact that, you have Magic City Classic 1 week and then Mobile the next week for the Port City Classic.
That's Alcorn?
Yeah, against Alcorn, yes.
Timeout Alabama State. And Alabama State 3 of 11 on third downs.
Let's look at those mighty marching Hornets under Dr. Oliver.
Well, we've had some great plays here in the ball game, and let's take a look at Andrew Body, what he was able to bring to the table. And of course, here's
Jaquan Kinsey right here. And this was that run of a man. I'll tell you this, if he is up for SWAC Player of the Week, you just need to literally show that play and then show this play right here where he's just stiff-arming defenders like it was nobody's business.
Boy, I tell you what, Kinsey just done a great job, keeps those feet moving, just really has done a fantastic job of just staying on his feet. Over 100 yards rushing today.
A Clark Atlanta transfer. He's an Alabama native. So, made his way 2 hours over to the west.
Sims with the throw. Is that picked off? Let's see if they say that that ball was intercepted. LaShawn Young going up high to get the ball, and they say he was out of bounds.
Could not get that foot down. But this is the perfect way that if you're a defender, especially if you're watching at home, you're in high school, this is how you high point the ball. Go up for the ball. He's about a foot away from getting it in, but still, great play right there.
Both teams with 48 offensive plays apiece. Far cry from last year. Miles College had over 70 plays, 50 of them on the ground.
But clearly, Santoria, the big difference maker is the turnovers.
Yeah. Turnovers have been huge today. And here's Harrison Tuck with a great punt. Goes over the return man's head, and this one's going to fall inside the 5-yard line. Great special teams play by Alabama State. And kudos to Jabari Kukendall, who downs the football. We'll take this time out. Back after this.
Skating is my life, and falling is a part of skating. There's a story behind every mark. Movement leaves marks. Your antiperspirant shouldn't.
Degree Ultra Clear, non-stop protection against white marks.
No, hold on. Use this. How's that?
On Chewy, save 35% and shop all your favorite brands. For any taste or any diet, at prices you love, delivered fast. For low prices, for life with pets, there's Chewy.
In my book, saving while shopping is a no-brainer, so I use Rakuten to get cash back while I'm book clubbing. Cha-ching! With Rakuten, I get cash back at over 3,500 stores. So how does that work? Well, stores pay Rakuten to send them shoppers. Then, Rakuten shares that money with us in a check or PayPal payment. It's free and easy.
I think you're missing the plot.
And I think you're missing the cash back.
Cha-ching.
Quince has been my best kept secret, but now I'm telling everybody. I love luxury at affordable prices. If I want to dress down but still look amazing, they have it. If you need jewelry, they have it. I get so many compliments.
When I'm wearing Quince, I feel effortless and I feel very confident and beautiful. They're definitely a staple in my travel and my everyday outfit. Wearing Quince activewear makes me feel stylish, chic, and at ease.
The whole outfit, one-stop shop. I'm a fan.
Get $20 off your first purchase at quince.com. Your heart knows what it wants. So do your taste buds. Fall in love with new Haagen-Dazs chocolate cookie crumble bar. That's Dazs.
People.
Swag Football, presented by Pepsi, is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Get the gear in here to have fun out there. Academy Sports and Outdoors, official sporting goods retailer of the Swag. And by Home Depot, powered by purpose to champion HBCUs. And by Nike, the official sponsor of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Miles College, of course, in the National HBCU Battle of the Bands in Houston, Texas. And that's one of the great things is that no matter how small or big you are as far as your school size, if your band qualifies for that National HBCU Battle of Bands, you get a lot of publicity behind that. And another great event over in Houston, Texas.
Absolutely. They were up against the likes of Bethune-Cookman and Jackson State and Prairie View, Southern University, Tennessee State, Texas Southern, and Tuskegee, the marching Crimson Pipers from right down the road here.
Completed pass out past the 15-yard line. And that is going to be Frank Pierre. And some positive yards for Miles College. Alabama, just to give you a comparison here, total rushing yards for Alabama State, 177. Before that play, the total yards for Miles, 146.
Yeah, it's certainly been a big difference maker from what Alabama State has done offensively compared to what Miles College has done offensively. Other interesting thing, too, Santori, is the fact that Alabama State really just kept it simple. They were like, we're just going to run straight at you, tackle us if you can.
That's right.
Rushing yards making a huge difference. As I mentioned, Miles College, they only got 34 rushing yards. I mean, the touchdown that Kinsey had was like 60-plus by itself.
Ivory going back. He is in some trouble. Now we'll throw the football. Coming back to the ball is Frank Pierre. And he is going to have a first down. Great job by Pierre coming back to the football. Saw his quarterback Ivory in trouble, and they get a first down.
Absolutely. Ivory was almost running for his life in this situation, but, Pierre was able to recognize that his QB can't throw the ball that far from where he was at, and he came back to make a solid reception and got a first down for Miles College.
Here is the give. Not much on first down. 3 yards by Scott, and it'll be second down.
Big number 96, Jakeem Fletcher. I've seen this young man for a number of years by way of Tanner, Alabama. Tanner High School, one of the smaller schools in the Huntsville area that has been a solid producer of college athletes for such a small school.
Ivory back to pass. It is complete. Out to Abner. Tayshawn Sims with the tackle.
Abner just running up the seam. Picking up a first down. We've seen this before now, Santoria. Miles College doing great offensively, but can they finish? That is the big question.
Yeah, they've had a couple of turnovers deep in Alabama State territory, and now movement on the line.
False start. Offense. Number 65. 5-yard penalty.
And it's going to be is it Keith Williams? No, it's going to be Jordan McCray. False start there. McCray, the 6'2 freshman, 285 from Dothan, Alabama.
Dothan, Alabama, maybe about 2 hours south of here, so I'm pretty sure that young man's got some fans in the stands cheering him on.
So first down and 15 now for Miles College at the Alabama State 49-yard line. Ivory, pass, complete.
No, I think they're saying incomplete.
No, incomplete, yep. Say he trapped it on the ground, intended for Frank Pierre. Sims once again right there.
Sims is one of the talented freshmen on this team by way of Chipley, Florida.
Think Terry Sims has something to do with recruiting in Florida?
I'm almost certain he does, including the starting quarterback of tonight.
He's done a great job in helping with Coach Eddie Robinson Jr. with recruiting. Completed pass out to about the 38-yard line. Burgess on the tackle.
Here's Ivory throwing the cross the pattern, and Burgess comes up, makes a great tackle, picks him up, and then drives him back.
Darius Griffin, 5'11" redshirt sophomore from Millport, Alabama. Third down, conversions 4 for 12 for Miles College. Here's a throw, incomplete pass, great defense. Andrews was the intended receiver, and great defense by Burgess.
Absolutely. Jay Andrews just has not been making much of an impact tonight on Miles College's offense, and that's a big kudos to this defense for understanding that he is a big playmaker for them.
Fourth down. And Miles College 0 for 2 right now on fourth down. And would like to change their fortunes here. They're inside Alabama State territory at the 38-yard line.
Alabama State's got everybody standing up for a rush, and here it comes.
And the ball comes out. Alabama State recovers, and they will have the ball at the Miles College 48-yard line. Jean-Louis with the recovery for Alabama State.
As I mentioned, Santoria, Alabama State had nobody with their hand in the dirt or in the turf. Everybody was stand up. We're coming. Block us if you can. And sure enough, that was not the case. And Miles College turns the ball over, and Alabama State has it with great field position.
Well, that was a big hit by Traquan Thomas. Alabama State will get the ball back right after the break.
Healthcare.gov is here for you when life happens. If you lost your health coverage because of turning 26, going off Medicaid, leaving your job, or moving, you could be eligible to enroll in new coverage now. And if you need to update your coverage because of marriage or having a baby, you could also be eligible. But don't wait. There's a limited time to enroll. Check your eligibility at healthcare.gov today. Life happens. Get covered.
Did you know that if you shave, 1/3 of what you remove is skin? New Dove helps repair it. So if you shave it, Dove it. New Dove. Replenish your skin after every shave.
Nothing scary about Energizer Ultimate Lithium, the #1 longest-lasting AA battery.
As a new mom of 2, I'm so glad that I found the world's first 3-in-1 child shield by Energizer. It's the only coin lithium battery with 3 safety features designed to keep our kids safe.
What's the worst part of the locker room?
The immediate thing that popped up in my head was all the acts.
Acts. You can't be a grown man going out like that.
I like that.
Reminds me like a designer store. This smells like a candle.
This is a joke? I did not know that was Axe.
I chose Axe. I knew I had good taste.
Hey, with Priceline VIP Family, you can unlock deals 5 times faster. You don't even have to be an actual family.
Oh, I'd be the dad.
I'm the dad.
Hey, physically, it's clear that I'm the dad.
Okay, so which dad is paying?
You're the dad.
Go to your happy price, Priceline.
24-3 score. Alabama State with the football. First down and 10 in Miles territory at the 48-yard line. Alabama State 48 offensive plays, Miles 57. Alabama State has had the ball 27 minutes and 14 seconds. Miles 26-23. And on the first play, here's the upcoming schedule presented by Pepsi. Presented by GM, I should say. Prairie View against Michigan State. Bethune-Cookman will be at Western Michigan. Valley will take on Murray State. Alabama State will battle against Sanford on the road. Arkansas Pine Bluff at Tennessee State. Southern and Jackson in Jackson. Mo, you and I will be there. Edward Waters at Alcorn. Grambling at Texas A&M Commerce. First time that those two teams have met. And Georgetown, Kentucky at Alabama A&M.
Those two games in the middle. Arkansas Pine Bluff at Tennessee State. The Southern Heritage Classic in Memphis. A very close game last year. I think it's going to be one again. And then, of course, the one you just mentioned that we will be at next week. Southern and Jackson State should be a good one. And I'm glad they pushed it back from 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock.
Second down and 11, and a loss on the play. Bozeman on the carry. Bird with the tackle. Third down and 13 now. Both teams have had 13 drives in this ball game.
Yes, sir. As we get ready for the last 5 minutes of this game, really, Alabama State's just doing what they need to do to run this clock out. Miles College trying to get the ball back at least once to, get some points on this board to really keep them in it. But, time is not on their side for Coach Sam Shea that we see right there.
Third down just on the other side of midfield. And officials will stop play. Alabama State with the timeout. I believe that's their final timeout of the ball game.
30-second timeout. This will be a
be third and 13 when we come back from the timeout for Alabama State. Their final one of the game. Miles College still has all three of theirs. You see some of the fireworks in the distance going off.
Absolutely. I don't know why, but it looks nice.
Let's have some things going on, some celebrations and things like that.
We take a look at that Alabama State huddle. You see Andrew Body right there to your immediate right. Of course, if you're just tuning in, Andrew Body injured near the end of the Orange Blossom Classic, and it seems that he's going to miss significant time. Some reports are saying the full season. Others are just saying significant time. We went with Coach Eddie Robinson saying that, look, at the end of the Can he pin him back?
Oh, that's going to be close. And it looks like that Alabama State was able to pin them back inside the 5-yard line.
And that's Trey Phillips coming up with the big play. So great speed and awareness of Phillips to get down there to pin back on Miles College.
39 yards on the punt.
No, now they're saying that he did not.
Let's take a look at these last 6 drives. Fumble, interception, a missed field goal, interception, and twice turnover on downs. And a couple of those times, well, the last time they started on their own 3-yard line, but they had some pretty good field position. The Alabama State 45, their own 45, the Alabama State 30.
And then on majority of those drives too, Santoria, they got into Alabama State territory with scoring opportunity. They just could not complete the deal.
Here's a run on first down, gain of about 5 on the play. We've been talking a lot about the offense, but defensively, Hudson Davis leading the team in tackles for Miles College, 11 tackles. Dozier on the tackle for Alabama State. New quarterback in the ball game now, Channing Dumas, 6'3" junior from Katy, Texas. Defensively for Alabama State, Lewis, 6 tackles. Thomas and Swan both have 5. Thomas also has 2 sacks in the ball game. And a big gain here for Miles College, up to about the 45-yard line and a first down.
Now, Dumas is a transfer from Prairie View A&M. We talked to Coach Coach Shade earlier this week, and he said that he'll probably be a guy for the future, but they wanted to bring him in just to have some competition for Cam Ivory.
Scarborough on the tackle. He's got 3 tackles and an interception to go along with a pass breakup today. Moving on the line, free play for Miles College. Gain of about a yard on the play. Looks like Varner may have been the guilty party for Alabama State.
Offside, defense, number 44.
Yep, Varner.
In the neutral zone at the snap.
Kane Varner, 6'3", redshirt senior from Jonesboro, Georgia.
Well, Well, Centuria, barring a miracle, Miles will probably drop to 0-2, and they'll have their home opener next week against Lane. Lane's is not in a good position either, losing 55-0 right now to Jackson State on the road. We had 5 crossover games between the SIAC and the SWAC on this evening.
Dumas gets into Alabama State territory. Cunningham with the tackle. DeMarcus Cunningham, 6'1" senior from Bessemer, Alabama. He had 8 tackles last week.
Offense, number 74, 10-yard penalty.
Holding on Miles College, Jason Stovall on the hold. We talked about Stovall earlier in the ball game for Miles College, and someone who is a teacher, teaching kids. Says he already wants to coach after his playing days. Doing that now, man, that's got to be a really tough schedule to balance. Got practice, got lifting, teaching, full-time job for him.
Don't forget PTA meetings.
PTA meetings, absolutely.
I'm only mentioning that because my son now is in school, and I've got that coming up. So,
gotta love that.
Yes, sir. New facet of life. And Dumas throws it into the backside of one of his offensive linemen.
It'll be 3rd and long. We also talk about Aaron Frazier, running back.
There's no foul.
Frazier is a kid that is very talented musically, plays the piano, sings extremely well, from what his coaches say. And it just shows you just how much these players do outside of the game of football.
Yes, Coach Shade actually said he was surprised that the purple marching machine have not tried to come and poach him from the football team yet, because they do recognize his talents.
Dumas back to pass. Actually, Dumas is going to take off with the football, and he gets big yardage and a first down. Oh, he's close. Is he going to get the first down? Close to it. Timeout on the field. All right, so just under 2 minutes remaining here in the ball game. Miles College driving, down 3 touchdowns.
After a long night of bringing home the bacon, there's nothing wrong with a nice, smoky nightcap. After all, it's 5 a.m. somewhere. Hormel Black Label Bacon.
A Chewy order is on the way for Cash, everyone's favorite employee at Bill's Bodega, where Bill uses Chewy to keep Cash hard at work, toys to keep his instincts sharp, food so he won't snack on the inventory, even a new collar to let everyone know who's boss. And with Chewy's low prices, Bill's left with more cash to spend on Cash. For low prices and fast shipping, for life with pets, there's Chewy.
I knew I was underwater. I just didn't realize I was this underwater. If you're stressed about your paper, just get Grammarly. It's free. I don't need better grammar. I need an A on this essay. Grammarly can help with that. Just highlight your topic and it'll make an outline. Nice. Hey, I think that's it. Welcome to the other side. Download Grammarly for free.
Shopping, working, and relaxing online can attract various digital threats. To improve your protection against them, just turn on NordVPN. This cybersecurity app will block web trackers and malware-infected sites. It will also encrypt your internet traffic without losing a smooth connection. Choose the VPN recommended by Forbes Advisor. Get the deal now. NordVPN, cybersecurity built for every day.
If you have this, consider adding this, an AARP Medicare Supplement Insurance Plan from United Healthcare. Medicare Supplement plans help by paying some of what Medicare doesn't and let you see any doctor, any specialist, anywhere in the...
Today's player of the game is brought to you by Gatorade. It is Daquan Kinsey.
Kinsey showing how he just got so much speed and power. Yes, this play right here just changed the dynamic of this entire game right there. And then once again, bouncing it outside, showing his shiftiness, and also He's got some Derrick Henry type stiff arms to add to the highlight reel.
Kinsey has been doing a tremendous job. 13 carries, 137 yards, a touchdown, had a 67 or 65-yard touchdown run, averaging over 10.5 yards a carry. Getting it done. Juan Kinsey, player of the game, presented by Gatorade.
Now, here's the main thing. He had some huge holes to run through today. He's got to show some love to his buffet busters and offensive linemen because they made it happen for him.
Hey, let's go ahead and just give some love to the pancake praisers here. Cameron Smith at the left tackle, Jeremiah Frazier the left guard, Aurelius Dunn the center, Josh Daniel the right guard, and Jimmy Jenkins the right tackle. All have been just stellar today for Alabama State. And contributing to, I mean, they ought to get just as much of a player of the game as he do because you got to have to run behind somebody.
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, offensive lineman of the week, maybe offensive line of the week. We might have to just call up Andrew Roberts and ask if we can just add that to the mix when he sends out his emails.
Absolutely. Chaney Dumas loses a yard, 4th down now for Miles College. Thomas on the tackle. As the clock, we are under 90 seconds in this ball game. And Alabama State will go to 1-1. Miles College 0-2. And for Alabama State, they've got Sanford next on the road. And then Bethune-Cookman on the road. Here is the run. Ooh, a good stick. Woo! DeMarcus Cunningham baptizing Dumas.
Cunningham, the 6'2", 218-pound linebacker from Bessemer, Alabama. Let's take another look at this. He put that stick on him.
Man.
And his helmet came off. And he just stares down at the Miles College coaching staff, too, like, do something.
1-0-5.
I tell you what, some hard hitting going on in this ball game. 54 seconds remaining in the contest. And
I love how I heard all the oohs coming out of the crowd, too.
Fans were treated to a great game here today. A couple of weeks before they come back home. As a matter of fact, they won't be back home until the first week of October. So they'll have a 3-week window here before they see them again. When they come back, Bam, Valley, and then Magic City Classic. I mean, if you are a fan of Alabama State football, to have 2 home football games before the Magic City Classic, that's big.
Yes, and that was something Coach Eddie Robinson said he really wanted to make happen with this program, because there was a lot of times that Alabama State would have more home games later in the season, later in the season, really after the Magic City Classic. But the fact that they have multiple home games and majority of their games are in the state of Alabama prior to it, you can't beat that.
Yeah. Here's a run by Alabama State. Sims gets out to about the 45-yard line. Under a minute remaining in the ball game, and Alabama State is going to take their time.
There's a look at some of the Alabama State students who stuck it out.
Oh, absolutely. Great to see the students stick out the entire game.
You know, there are some coaches that get mad for people who don't stay to the end. I've seen it. I've heard it.
Want to give a shout out to our staff person here in the back box, Matt Coulter, really keeping it together here and helping us out. 15,225 fans have seen Alabama State get their first home victory of 2024, 24-3 over Miles College here in Montgomery.
Absolutely. We saw Alabama State, jump out to a big lead, and then in the second half, pitch a shutout thanks to getting big-time turnovers when they needed to make it happen. And Eddie Robinson Jr. has definitely got to be happy and pleased with the play of his Hornets tonight here in Montgomery.
Of course, both coaches meeting at midfield, longtime friends, of course, hugging, and really just getting to share some pleasantries. Total yards in the ball game, 279 for Alabama State, and Miles with 234. SWAC football presented by Pepsi. We want to thank everybody for joining us. We thank you for all of your help. We'll see you next week.
A Chewy order is on the way for cash, everyone's favorite employee at Bill's Bodega, where Bill uses Chewy to keep Cash hard at work, toys to keep his instincts sharp, food so he won't snack on the inventory, even a new collar to let everyone know who's boss. And with Chewy's low prices, Bill's left